I'm just peeing. Like, just urine. Sorry. Anyway.
We're holding Claire here against her will.
We're fucked! This episode's fucked!
Hi, welcome to Open Hearts Book Club. I'm your co-host, Steph.
I'm your co-host, Sadhi, and today we're joined with
Claire! Yay! Who supplied us with this beautiful wine.
Mm-hmm. We heard your complaints. We heard the fact that you didn't want Aaron anymore. He wasn't standing up with his summer reading, so we've sent him home. He's going to be learning a bit more at like a good 6th grade level, yes. And instead we have Claire, our good friend.
Yay!
Yeah.
A little bit of context about Claire. She's the newest member of the Open Hearts Book Club that we do in person. And
she's a stranger. I've never met this woman.
Who are you people?
We grabbed her off the street.
A dynamo lay. She's a bad bitch. And
no, for 30 years.
You wish you knew her.
My mother's from Brooklyn.
Yeah. Her mother's from Brooklyn. My mother's from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay. Proceed.
But actually, I'll let you take over. Talk a little bit about your reading history, Claire.
Hello.
Do you know how to read?
I'm a reformed reader.
Reformed reader?
Yeah, I quit for a bit.
Oh, no.
No, it's okay.
You're born again.
I'm born again. No, it just got a little bit too much with AO3. Like, I had to cut it off. But I'm a huge reader. I know it's been said on the podcast before. I love the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I am a huge fantasy sci-fi reader. I'm kind of like a big fan of the Star Wars novelizations right now. I'm just like powering through them. But in general, I love me a good romance. I love historical romance, that sort of thing.
Claire has come with many a good recommendation for
Seriously.
books that I've included the Alien and
I was like, are you sure?
There's the Princess series that you recommended
Was
to
it
me.
the Radiance one?
That is the one, the Alien one that I was talking about.
The
Yes.
Princess one. We'll have to think about it.
I have it on my page bound. We'll come back to it.
If you're more in depth about it, about like the types of like
You're like, it's
No,
like,
no,
it's
no,
very,
no, no,
What kind of softcore porn are you into?
Don't worry about
So
it, guys.
2 or
She
1?
recommended me this one, but it's just for me.
And so I know you might be a little confused because this month is technically Android month, but I thought it would be fun to bring back a series that we had done before, which is the Am I the Asshole Bookish Edition. And the way I'm getting around this with Android month is that it's AITA.
Sure.
I was like, oh.
Kind of counts.
Every submission is from AI.
Yeah. These are all they're not. These are all human made. You can tell because the writing is not the best. But if you've seen our videos before, you might have already seen our Am I the Asshole Bookish Edition, where I've taken situations from stories and translated them into like Am I the Asshole subreddit type posts, and then our co-host and our guest will respond to them as if they're, giving advice to our commenter and determining who the asshole is today. Yippee!
You caught me in a really I hate everyone.
Everybody sucks.
I hate men
Asshole,
time of
yes.
my life. I want to they're gonna be like male 31. I'm like asshole.
Done.
Asshole. Done.
Move on to the next one.
Next.
Yeah. I do sometimes love it when it's like you just get the title and you're like,
no, it's like the age gap. It's like 12 female. I'm like, jail. Straight to jail.
It'll be like my 45 male and I 22, 21 female are fighting over the fact that like he wants my location at all times.
Like girl dump him. Like,
yeah.
That's another dad.
So that's your father.
Yeah. I actually just listened to one. It's like kind of related to this, where it's similar age gap, like 15 years, but he won't let her masturbate. He like considers that cheating. And he's like, if you
with
need
what, her hand?
yeah.
Huh?
Well, she used a toy on herself.
Okay.
And then it turns out
Don't say okay like you understand.
No, this circles back to the Android conversation.
Yeah.
Though. Like,
That's related. It's related.
Yeah.
Because she would use it, and then even though he wouldn't like technically know, he'd still give her the cold shoulder as if he knew that she did. And
so he's got.
So it turns out he's been tracking her usage via that toy.
Oh, that's crazy.
And will be like, I knew that you.
How does he know it was on? Like through the toy?
I think it like gave him like a
He
signal
hacked
or
the
like
system.
yeah. I'm in the server.
I'm in your toy
Computer
right
I'm in.
Computer. Anyway.
Not what we're talking. Kind of what we're talking about.
I know what we're talking
oh.
about today. Claire, how familiar are you with the whole like "Am I the Asshole" subreddit, the podcasts that have come from it?
Very familiar. I read it probably once a week.
Hell yeah.
Because I'll literally be on like my phone, I'll be sleeping, and I'll be like, I'm not sleeping when I read these, but
I'm asleep.
I'm asleep because it's so fucking boring. Why did you make no, they're just so interesting. I feel like the relationship dynamics on Reddit are like emblematic of a really cool part of our population that we don't get to see a lot. Like like people who are with others that I wouldn't dream it existed. Like it's just the people that tolerate these relationships. I do feel bad for them in that sense. Like there is some like really toxic stuff, but there's also just wacky stuff too.
Oh no, totally. And it's one of the things too where I've noticed, I'm like, you need to get better friends.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like
is true.
no one in your life is telling you like this is an absolutely
like where's
insane...
your mother or father?
Where are your parents?
Yeah. I know.
Well, I'm gonna give a few caveats just to like make this easy. If you've seen this episode before, you're kind of familiar with these rules. But if you haven't, one, I highly recommend you go check out our first version of this episode. The two, our first caveat here is essentially a little bit of an opposite of the other one I did. All of these are from romance novels. So like they're explicitly romance or like they're romance as one of like the top genres and they're billed as a romance. But they're not necessarily romantic scenarios. Whereas before I was saying romantic scenarios from books that might not be romance novels.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got that down. And this time, instead of just doing Am I the Asshole posts, I've kind of expanded it. So we have some from relationship advice. Some from
that's the one I
off my chest.
Okay.
So we're not determining if there's an asshole, but we are still kind of giving advice or we're commenting on the situation at large.
We're giving judgment when no one asked for it.
We're giving it by.
Well, they're posting on Reddit, so they do want someone to say something about it.
Yep.
Some of the scenarios are not necessarily romantic in nature. So they're not all like loved ones.
Yeah.
This one, a good portion of them kind of are. The scenarios for these books, though, have been translated to adapt like a modern format.
Yeah.
So if it's like a contemporary novel, I've already just like changed the names. But if it's like a romantasy, and if you've seen the other episodes, I've done my fucking best.
You did a great
Harry
job.
Potter, I mean Porter, and Jenny Weasley made out. I mean, what?
And then they did a magic twig.
He hypnotized her.
So I've really done my best. So some
Yeah.
of it sounds like kind of goofy. Just know it's probably just from like a fantasy novel.
Right. Okay.
I think a good thing to also like keep in mind, because I didn't the first time around, is that like these are written from the perspective of the character.
Yes.
Okay.
So like there was ones where I was like, well, that was not true, but it's like based off of like the
But you knew-
character's
okay.
perspective
Got
of
it.
the
Yeah.
situation.
Okay.
Exactly. And in that vein, I've tried my best to add more context that maybe the book hasn't.
Okay.
So like either, these novels are either from like the first person POV of our main
Right.
character or they're from third person. But in order to like make a compelling sort of like conversation, I've added like additional like emotional feelings or like whatever they might feel. So there's a little bit of like a fan fiction element to what I've done.
So
here.
you're lying.
So I'm just lying. I'm like, I did a better job than the actual author here. And the final thing is, I tried my best to do a good mix of like stories that maybe only Steph knows, only Claire's knows, both of you know, and I think to some degree, all of these stories, one of you either knows or has read.
Cool.
That being said, do not bring in your previous understanding of the story. Whatever the OP has written is all we know about the situation, at least for the first half of our discussion.
Yeah, totally.
As we go about this, I would love for you to kind of guess what situation the novel is from, what novel the situation is from. And then once we've kind of gotten to that point of it, we can openly discuss like the other context here. But overall, you know, again, it's like this is like a very biased POV of this character. And we'll see. So again, all we're trying to do is respond to these posts and then maybe guess what story it is.
Yeah, got it.
And if you're watching at home, I would also encourage you to play along with us. All of the novels that I am using scenarios from will be in the description box, so don't cheat. But just like, you know, guess. See if these are...
Or do, I don't know.
Or do, I guess. Do cheat.
Use AI.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, what is this?
Don't use AI.
And also let us know your take, you know?
Yeah.
You might be like, oh, okay. Here's how I would have gone about it.
Yeah.
All right. So our first story, it comes from Am I the Asshole? Ahem. Am I the asshole for reading my friend's diary to protect her?
Yeah.
Next. Get off the bat, diary reading bad. My childhood friend Veronica, 20 female, has had a crush on me, 21 male, since we were 5. Though we've never dated, I would consider us childhood sweethearts. Our feelings for each other were unspoken, but we both implicitly knew we'd end up together. I figured I'd officially ask her out after college. We both come from very well-known families, and it's a pretty typical way of courting, which sounds old school, but that's what is considered proper. We have a 1-year age gap, so I enrolled in a very hard-to-get-into military school.
Wow.
Now hush you. And I assumed when she graduated, she'd go down the academia route. But when it came time for enrollment, she ended up coming to my school, which worried me. She's always been a fragile kid, and her body can't take a lot of what's required at my college.
What's required? Hello. What kind of Arizona State University?
ASU, bro.
We go hard at ASU. Continue.
There's a lot of political turmoil going on behind the scenes in our country, and the likelihood of being recruited into a dangerous tactical mission is high. I would rather her go to an academic school and be safe instead of joining me here. I've done everything I can to make sure she gets through her classes and exams in one piece. So far, it's been working, but there's this boy named Xavier, 22 male. He's from a notable family in the opposition and was able to enroll in our military academy. I know with a high degree of confidence that he's doing something shady behind the scenes. I was pretty sure he was trying to start something bad, but I could never get evidence of it. If you're not familiar with military academies, there's a hierarchy, and you are put under student leaders. I was under Xavier, and then Veronica's under me. But Xavier has been paying way too much attention to Veronica. I tried to warn her away from him, but she doesn't listen to me. I also just found out that they've started dating, which I can't help feeling betrayed by. While we never explicitly said anything, I assumed she still felt the same way for me. My disdain for Xavier is well known, and the fact that she chose him is beyond insulting. Regardless of my feelings about their relationship, I knew something bad was happening behind the scenes, but Veronica refused to confide in me. I was really worried for her safety, so I got desperate and I went looking for her diary. Reading it confirmed everything I was worried about. Xavier was fomenting rebellion. And
sorry. He's rebelling against ASU.
He's rebelling.
I didn't know ASU had a war. Keep going.
And Veronica knew the whole time, even though both our families have been actively working towards building this great nation together.
Wow. ASU or Arizona. Yeah. Keep going.
I reported everything I knew to our superiors, but in doing so, I've broken Veronica's trust forever. I get that I shouldn't have read someone's diary on principle, but this was a matter of national security. She was putting our country at risk for the sake of her new boyfriend. The Veronica I knew would never act so carelessly, and I think he's brainwashing her. Am I justified?
Hell nah.
No.
Hell nah. It's difficult because obviously these are not full adults, but it's also like in my head, it's like, okay, so like she has autonomy. She can do what she wants. And like you are making assumptions about like, well, I know her based off of this past. And that version of her like would not do these things. And it's like, okay, so like you don't think she should do these things. Right. So you went ahead and read her diary and reported this thing. It's like it's a boundary thing, I think.
I feel like there's like a lot unsaid happening behind the scenes. Like the way he regards her, he's like, we're gonna end up together no matter
Right,
what.
but I haven't
Yeah.
said anything.
Yeah, like,
about
but I
that.
haven't said anything. So, like, you're a weak little fucker.
Yeah.
First of all, and
You can't take care of yourself.
it's so much projection. Like, it's so much
Mhm.
projection on what she thinks, feels, and wants.
Yeah.
And she's dating this guy obviously because she wants to date this guy. Like, maybe he is a terrorist. So what? So what? Like,
Hey.
who hasn't done that?
Me
right?
dating
Yeah.
Anders in
Yeah.
Dragon Age.
Right.
Okay, so he's a terrorist.
I know,
And
like-
what?
And so what?
You know, back in 2000, whatever, I had a thing with a guy. And
Oh my god, have you read the book Lost Lamb?
no.
One of the characters in it meets like a guy online and he's like a terrorist and he's trying to like convert her to Islam.
What?
Which is part of the controversy of the book.
Yeah, I was
But-
gonna say that's not.
You don't
But the
say.
humor of it is just this girl who's like so susceptible to like
naive.
she's like naive enough. She's like, I just want somebody to like me. So like if it's
Oh,
a terrorist,
no.
it's a terrorist. Like
Whatever.
who cares?
Oh my lord. Yeah.
And that could be this girl.
No, it could be.
That could be
no,
Back up
Veronica.
with this book.
you never know. You
I
never
think,
know.
like you said, a lot is unsaid here because there's no context as to why she started dating this guy when she's had a crush on our OP for years. Like if that's true,
Sure. Yeah.
if it's true,
If
right?
it's
Like
true.
since they were children, she's had a crush on him.
even that.
What
though,
changes though? Like what has changed?
But like, I think that kind of comes back to like what Claire was saying of like nothing has been made like explicit of
Mhm.
like he has been like, oh, I know she has a crush on me. I know at some point like we will be together. That doesn't mean that like she can't be like, okay, like it's like in my head I'm going, yeah, it's been years of her
Right.
liking you and
Right.
nothing has happened, and now she's found someone. Thank you so much. Who's like interested in her, and she went
Mhm.
ahead and moved forward with that thing.
Right.
So like.
And she's still the same. Like I understand when people change, but sometimes we're like, this is not the person I know. It's like it kind of is. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I do think people can change and go down different paths and that sort of thing. But it's like if you still loved her, if you still had this genuine connection with her, you would say something. Like you would actually be an active participant in her life, which he's
Mhm.
clearly
Yeah.
not. So that's kind of what's pissing me off. Like
Yeah.
he just
Also
yeah.
talk to her rather than just immediately
Steal
being
her
like,
diary?
I'm gonna read
Right.
her diary to figure out what's going
I
on.
know. I know.
No, I'm definitely in agreement here. And I think it's one of those where like because you've read a few of these as well where clearly there's a guy in the wrong. He knows he's in the wrong,
Yeah.
but he feels justified in doing bad things anyway, so he's going to the internet
Right.
to kind of like help validate those feelings.
Yeah.
And oftentimes Reddit is like, "Nah, dude, you're wrong."
Yeah.
Depending on the account.
Yeah, that's true. But I find that like there is a subsect of man in general who like either cannot see what they're doing as wrong or is like it's
Yeah.
wrong, but is it justified? Like that's what he's asking.
Right.
He's like, I know
He's
it's wrong to read her diary, but is it justified because she's supporting a terrorist?
You
You know? Like if it's a matter of national security, is it okay then to read
Yeah.
someone's diary?
but he didn't like was his inkling like that it is a matter of security before reading the diary?
I mean, Ted Kaczynski, I'm pretty sure, did have his diary read before he was found. Or like some sort of like male like
No.
infiltrated.
Mhm,
So like this is a thing that does happen.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was in communication with Ted Kaczynski.
And it was me.
And I was the lover that
so you like a bad boy. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like I'm giving therapy.
he notoriously hated women too. He like was like, I fucking hate you.
And now tell me more about it. Do you want to unpack
Before
something
his
to
death, he wrote an apology. He's like, "Dear all women of planet Earth, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this am I the asshole?
he had a good heart.
Yeah, like needs
Good
to write
heart.
like, "Dear all women, I'm sorry for reading your diary."
I don't want to. It's not devil's advocate here.
No, please.
I do.
This is fake. So
This is fake. Yeah.
What?
Huh?
I do wonder though, like, on his end, is it he has sort of ignored this part version of her for a long time, or
Mhm.
is it really like this is not
This
the
is
person that
very-
I know? So to me, it is very scary and very jarring what's happening here.
I-
Like, because they're childhood
yeah.
friends, their families know each other very well.
Yeah.
If you, for example, like started acting like very out of character and very
What do you
weird,
mean?
I've never done this.
but like, and I didn't have an explanation for that. I don't think I would read your diary, but I think the thought would come across my mind of like,
Right.
I need to know what the fuck is going on with her.
But I think that's what it is. It's like I'm not faulting him for having those feelings and being like, oh, maybe something is up, or like to Claire's point, I don't know that I am like, oh, I like he should know this about her. Like maybe this isn't in her nature. Like maybe it is not. Like I'm not faulting him for being like, she's acting weird and I'm concerned about that.
Yeah.
I'm faulting him for how he went about it. Because like,
yeah.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but in that passage, it never mentions at any point that he's like, and I went and talked to her about this. He just immediately jumped to like, well, I have to read her diary.
Have any of you been...
It says he does say, I've tried to warn her away from him.
That's not the same as talking to her about what's going on, though. And I, as someone who's like, if someone tells me not to do something, I will double down. I get that.
You were saying.
Yes.
No, have any of you been in a situation where you've seen someone's personal diary and like read it?
No.
So like I have seen people's personal, like I grew up with sisters.
Yeah.
Like, they, you know, it's left out, right? But
that's on
to
that's
me,
on that.
It is dirty. Like you should feel shame.
Yeah.
Even thinking about like, because it is a huge violation of like he should have felt dirty. He should have felt cruel. He should have gone to her and talked to her in person.
Yeah.
Once again, too, like after reading the diary, been like, hey, I read your diary. I saw this thing. I'm concerned. Just immediately went to someone else.
Reported to other people.
Which, not to say like you shouldn't do it at that point. Like if it is something that it matters of national security, right? But it's like, so you're not even going to have a conversation with this person that you're saying is your childhood best friend before doing this?
Right.
Like,
no, that's true.
Also, I feel like a diary really shouldn't be used in a court of evidence. Like,
right! I write crazy shit in my journal.
They're going to call me a terrorist, a murderer.
I'm already calling you those things.
I've killed
they're
20
going to.
with my mind.
But there's an avenue of like thought policing that comes with the diary.
Right.
Because to me, that is like an unfiltered way of like just writing what you're thinking.
I'm writing anything.
So I don't want my own thoughts to be used against me. I don't want a diary used against me.
Right.
It's so personal. Like it is used in a court of law in certain situations.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, he was wrong.
That's my event space.
Yeah.
I'm writing crazy shit in my journal.
Any ideas who this might be about? Whose POV this is from? I feel like maybe.
I was gonna say I don't think I know this.
Oh, I do. Fourth Wing.
It's Fourth Wing. Yeah.
Yay!
So our OP is Dane Atos from Fourth Wing. Yes. Steph, you're not familiar with Fourth Wing. A huge popular novel in the romantasy sphere. Do you want to talk about this, Claire?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like dragons. So, like, what are we doing?
That's
here?
a hot opinion.
Okay, I like George R. Banks. I like his dragons. They're a little bit more like these dragons talk with their minds and shit. I'm just like, in what world? I mean, I do wish I could talk to like a dolphin with my mind, right? Like that I could ride.
You know how everyone wants.
But like, I just don't like these sort of like anthropomorphic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't vibe with it. It felt like a really the romance just wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. I don't like dragons, so sorry. Like, we should destroy dragons. Like, they're a huge menace on society.
I'm a big fan of the, like you said, the George R. Martin dragons.
Right.
Like the dragons as an extension of like horses and unicorns.
They're a beast.
They're a beast. Yeah.
I want them to function as a horse. Yes.
But I don't need like, what is it, Aragorn and Aragon. Sorry, I get them
when they're mythologized and treated. I get it from a like religious, spiritual perspective. Like they're like treated as God. They're treated.
Hey guys,
it's so riled up. They're treated as like a sort of spiritual figure in these books, and that's like valid and stuff. It's just not for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So for the context, though, Fourth Wing is essentially about a very fragile girl with like Ehlers Down syndrome. Ehlers Danlos. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Yeah.
Jude?
Huh?
Jude?
Her name is
oh my god, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of Cruel Prince, I think.
Her name Violet because her nickname is Violence.
That's crazy.
It's bad.
Hey, can you guys start calling me Violence actually?
But she essentially like enrolls in this like dragon riding academy, and there she is matched up, like her dragon and the dragon of like the bad boy, bad guy.
Of course.
Are mates, so like she falls in love with him, and she has a childhood friend named Dane who's like an imperialist essentially. So you find out like the bad boy is actually the good boy.
So I was right.
And the good boy is the bad boy.
Yeah.
But he has like mind reading powers. And so if he touches somebody, he can read their mind. And so, like, he subtly
I
has been, like, reading her mind without her knowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do
Sometimes
that.
good boy, sometimes bad boy.
Sometimes I'm a good boy, sometimes a bad boy. 50-50. I love it so much. But yeah, I was like, that's one where it's hard to do Am I the Asshole stuff because, and this is like a criticism I have for authors, they like go above and beyond and like bend the world to make sure that their protagonists are always right.
Sure. Yeah.
So oftentimes you kind of have to pick like a bad person and kind of see if there's anything decent about the way that they operated because there's really no room for anything else.
No, I totally agree. Like, I feel like our protagonists nowadays, like the pick we get is just like, I'm perfect.
There's nothing wrong with me ever.
Yeah. I've never done anything wrong in my life.
I know this and I love it.
But like, this guy is insufferable though. It's unfortunate.
I didn't like him.
He really is just like a fucking insufferable guy.
He's not even a second lead at this point. Like, he's just straight up the antagonist even from like day one. It feels like.
Sounds like he's perfect for Reddit. Am I the Asshole?
You know.
And like, it's unfortunately substantiated in like in the text
Yeah.
where she's
in
like,
the Bible.
she's like, he is my childhood crush.
Yeah.
And like, she did like him, but like, no part during the story does that come out at all.
Dude, she keeps saying I like him. Like, it was like show don't tell or tell don't show. She's like, I've always liked him. I'm like, bitch, where? Like, I'm so
this
sorry.
is one of those things that I go where it's like, okay, so did you just like them because that's like the only boy in your neighborhood growing up? Like,
and you can say that, but like, he'll like, I feel like he warns her about stuff. He's like, don't talk to that guy. And she's like, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm like, you don't like this guy then.
I know.
Right.
Genuinely, I didn't
in like a
see-
you would
teenage way too.
care more about his opinion on things if you liked him.
You'd be like, if talking to, and this, the love interest's name is Zayden Ryerson.
Okay,
I
yep,
hate
we've
it.
talked
I
about
hate
him
it.
before, for sure.
If talking to Zayden is enough to make Dane be upset, I would never talk to
Dane never had a chance with a name like Zayden.
Zayden Ryerson is on an iPad right now with a fucking like snot going off of his nose, and his mom is yelling at him. That is what a Zayden Ryerson is doing right now. And
he's in the comments being like, "You're the ass."
Fucking
Zayden Ryerson, clean your room this instant.
There's too much Mountain Dew in here.
All right, are we ready, guys?
Yes.
Okay, our next story. This one comes from R. True Off My Chest. So if you're not familiar with this, these are true stories, and it's just people getting something that they like can't admit out loud off their chest. They're just going into the void of Reddit, and like people usually comment just like, "Oh my god, that's crazy," or like, "You're valid in feeling that way. Don't worry." But
it's either kill yourself or you're, oh, dude, that's awesome.
I feel like it's like for most cases, kill yourself, divorce them.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, divorce, kill.
Yeah.
Fuck, kill
Fuck
yourself.
them, divorce them, kill yourself. Fuck me, divorce them, kill yourself.
Yeah.
So this is our True Off My Chest. I'm bullying the girl my boyfriend has a crush on, and I have no regrets.
Okay.
Okay.
My boyfriend, Trent, 20 male, and I, 20 female, have known each other for most of our lives. Our family run in the same circles, though Trent's family is far wealthier than anyone I know. Most of our families in our inner circle have sons. My father has a daughter, so I've known since birth that my only worth would be in marrying well. To that effect, I managed to snag Trent. Good for me, I thought. We've been together since we were 13, and I can confidently say I know Trent pretty well. He's arrogant, he thinks he's God's gift to man, he can cut you down with his words, he's attractive and he knows it. He might sound insufferable, but he's a perfect match for me. I'll admit, I'm not the nicest person, but when you grow up in a community like mine, kindness is considered weakness. It's important to keep people in check. To that end, Trent maintained his status very well. Anyone who wasn't in his posse was beneath him, and he'd often entertain us by picking a target and making fun of them. It was a pastime of his. I would join in. We all would. Trent was our ringleader, and I guess from a young age, I've always just gone along with what he does. He especially liked picking on Brittany, 20 female, and her twin brother, Jace, 20 male. At first, I thought it was because Brittany and Jace are his biggest competition, academically speaking. I was fine with it, as I personally couldn't stand Brittany. She's the very naive, very, oh me kind of girl who goes about the world with a stick up her ass. I generally can't stand her type, so fine, Trent is picking on her. Why not join in? This kept up as the years went by. He'd make jabs at them. We'd join in. Eventually, someone would come up on top. Honestly, it felt like a game. But this last year, I noticed something strange. Anywhere we went, Trent seemed to be looking for someone. At first, I couldn't tell who it was. 1 minute, we'd have reached a very nice picnic spot, and then suddenly he'd pull me away to find a different place. I soon realized he was trying to put us in the vicinity of Brittany. Not Brittany and Jace, just Brittany. It slowly dawned on me that he maybe wasn't making fun of her because he hated her. Maybe it was the opposite. The final straw for me was 2 weeks ago. We were fooling around after school hours, as we often do, but this time he made us sneak over to a farther wing of the school. Again, at first I didn't think anything of it. I'll admit, when it comes to Trent, I'm a bit of a pushover. It's not necessarily a lovesick thing, just that the dynamic overall for all of our friends. Trent leads, we follow. So we finally get settled in somewhere, we're making out, it gets further, and suddenly I hear a gasp and I realize someone sees us. I look over Trent's shoulder, and it's Brittany, for fuck's sake. When I look at Trent, he's smiling. He wanted us to get caught by her. I don't remember what he said next, but there was some exchange between the two of them. Mind you, I'm still in a compromising position. I think I blanked out the whole thing. I couldn't tell you if I said anything or not. Once Brittany left, Trent was done in 5 minutes, and we headed back to our rooms. I'm quite certain that Trent is using me to make Brittany jealous, but we've been together for years at this point. I've basically built my life plan on the assumption that we'll be married after school ends. I can't very well take out my frustrations on Trent because I'm just not ready to break up with him. So instead, I've been taking it out on Brittany, making sure to say something every time she passes by, harassing her in the hallways, tripping her if possible. I know it's petty, but a part of me thinks she likes Trent too. I've been paying attention to both of them, and there's something there. She watches him just as much as he watches her. So she's not as innocent as she's been acting. I'm not asking for advice. I know I'm in the wrong, but I don't feel bad, and I'm going to keep it up.
I kind of love her.
Yeah.
Kind of obsessed with her.
You know what? She's doing exactly what she needs to do.
She knows she's wrong.
Yeah.
And she is.
Yeah, so any thoughts on the situation at large? Any opinions about maybe how OP is going about it? Any advice for her? I know she's not asking for advice, but any advice for her?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I guess from that story, right? It's not as if Brittany is doing anything that necessarily, like, makes her deserve that treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's, like, the one, like,
And they've been bullying her basically since they were 13.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like no one in this story, like, it's kind of like the last story, like, no one's truthful, you know?
Oh, yeah,
It's like, this is all miscommunication. This is all, like, misdirection of feelings and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I don't know, like, it becomes tiresome when but the OP is saying, like, I don't give a fuck. So, like, I'm also like, okay, well, if you don't care, I don't care. Let's fucking go.
Because I'm like, my advice would be, like, maybe have a conversation with Brady.
Yeah.
But if it's like, well, I know I'm in the wrong and I don't really care.
Right.
It's like, well, you
Wait,
probably
where do you go from that?
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
Yeah.
okay. Probably not going to take that advice. Which,
True. And that's one of those where I'm like, that feels very defensive almost. To be
Right.
like, I know I'm in the wrong. I don't want to hear anything
I don't know
about it. It's like, but you
Sure.
probably do feel really bad about the situation.
Right.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
her
Like,
sister.
like, I don't care. And it's like, well, if you're writing this, like, you're getting this off your
writing
chest. You
it,
care
yeah.
enough to, like,
Right.
recount it to the internet.
Yeah.
So, like, you probably do
Mhm.
feel some type of way about it. But,
And like to your point, it is again very what's the word, like, pointed in OP's writing.
yeah.
But there's always a layer of like, stuff is missing here. Like
I agree.
you weren't being truthful even though you're getting it off your chest. You probably are really upset by the way like you're being treated.
I think you should fist fight Trent.
Yeah, well,
honestly.
yeah, Trent.
That's my
Yeah.
advice.
also it's one of those where it's like you very rarely meet out loud people who are like, I know I suck
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And like we're kind of a good couple because he also
Because he
really
also
sucks.
He
sucks.
sucks.
He really
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
No, I think everyone in this story has something fucking wrong with them. They need help. They need therapy.
Therapy.
I don't. It does seem like one of those high school situations. Like, this feels real. Like, this feels like
Yeah.
something you saw in high school where someone was dating someone else, and you could just see like this fucking loser boy making eyes at like a third party.
Yeah.
A third party.
But
like in the hallway, and it's like this like hate relationship and the bullying too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it is very juvenile. This story is appearing. Like these fuckers better be in high school, right?
It's very classic teen girl drama of like, well, I can't get mad at my boyfriend because I want to stay with him for whatever fucking reason.
What do you like about him? Like, hello, where is Trent providing?
You're right. She doesn't say anything really nice about him or why she likes him. She's just like, he's a fucking terrible person, and I'm a terrible person.
We make sense.
We make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which slay.
Slay.
But you were gonna say something, Steph.
I think I don't know. I'm mulling it over a little bit, and I like I don't know. There's a part of me that it's like, okay, y'all are like making out in the hallway, and she gasps. Why, bitch? Why are you gasping?
Yeah.
What are you gasping about?
Shut up.
But yeah, I don't know. Probably also maybe like confront your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Be like, why are you putting me in this situation?
Why am I being included?
Why am I in your like weird dynamic here?
Why am I a throuple right now?
Yeah. I thought we were supposed to be together, so
hold
why
on.
are you like smirking over your shoulder at this girl while we're making out in the hallway?
Who, me and my girlfriend are
My
making out?
my advice:
Yeah.
dump your loser boyfriend.
I know.
Dump your loser boyfriend.
Go kiss this other girl to make him jealous.
Pulling
Do
a
a fake
Sami.
dating plot with the
Yeah.
other girl, and then fall in love along the way.
It's giving Asami and Korra.
Yeah! Oh my god! Yeah!
Yes.
Mean girl, go for the protagonist girl.
Yeah!
Oh, I like it. I'm already seeing it.
Any guesses what this could be? I feel like this, like you said, it's very universal.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was Pride and Prejudice. Like it was a Jane Austen novel.
I also thought that as
because
well.
you were saying like marrying into.
Yeah,
well,
true.
Mhm.
Is it Cruel Prince?
No, it's not
Okay.
Cruel Prince.
Okay. Look, I guess kill me then.
But I think there's something very, how do I phrase this correctly? Like universal about this character.
Okay.
Like I feel like this type of person shows up a lot because like this could be Nicasia from Cruel Prince.
That's who I thought it was.
Right. Very easily. It's always like
Nikki.
good girl,
Yeah.
protagonist, and like kind of mean bad boy, also male love interest. And then there's always some like bitch that he's dating
Yeah.
who is like mean and sucks.
And he kisses her and looks at her Jude
Right.
while he's kissing her, and he's like, "You
Mhm.
could have this, but
This
you
could
choose
be-
not
This
to."
could be
Yeah.
you and me.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's like no courtesy to the fact that like this is also a human being deserving of
Mhm.
like respect and kindness. Did you want to say? None of us have said it yet. You.
Wait, none of us has said what?
You probably should not be bullying people.
No.
Like,
No.
especially if she is whatever she described as, like an oh my sweetie kind of girl.
Hey, cut that out.
Cut the shit
Computer,
out.
cut that.
Computer.
Like, we don't hear a lot about Brittany besides the fact that she doesn't fuck with Brittany. But
It's
like,
Brittany, bitch.
Yeah. Brittany could be like just a normal person.
Just like a
who's,
total, like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be involved in any of it.
I know. I'm projecting my thoughts of her.
Yeah.
Thoughts of Brittany onto her, and I'm like, wait, Brittany's just like there.
I also want to
Right.
caveat that it's like because we know these are books, I do have a different opinion about like whether this was like a real life scenario
Yeah,
we're reading about on
right.
Reddit. So
Yeah, because I guess if it was real life, I'd be like, first of all, Brittany might not even know what the fuck is going on.
right,
Like she's
You're
saying, like,
making
oh,
assumptions.
I see her paying attention to him as much as he pays attention to her. But that could also be like a defense thing of like, I need to be
I
on
need
the
to keep
lookout
my
whenever
eyes.
this guy is around. He keeps harassing me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like as I was reading this too, I'm like, oh, that could be
It's
an
creepy.
interpretation. It's
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
So like you're assuming that like this is a mutual thing between the two of them. You're not
Oh.
considering the fact that maybe she also
She's
doesn't want
creeped out.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Mhm.
that's so true. Who isn't?
Yeah.
Tell me, no.
Well, we have an update.
Oh!
We have an update from OP. So here's what they said. I know some people in the comments have told me to break up with Trent for my own sake.
1000%.
While I think this is probably the most emotionally sound choice, my father would kill me. As stated before, he's very disappointed in having a daughter, and marrying Trent may be the only thing I'm useful for.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, goes back to that.
Also, many people have Many people have also asked how Trent has been acting since my increased torment of his crush.
Sorry. I burned her with acid. Like, she sounds like a fucking villain.
After I've been arrested. Basically the same, though he doesn't participate as much if I initiate it.
Okay.
I guess their weird foreplay only works when it's him being the tormentor. He's also been missing at night lately, but I'm ignoring that for now. And that is all we get from OP.
Missing at night.
Like
he's
maybe
sneaking away.
Maybe he's sneaking away.
Vampire.
It's a
Vampire. So this is from the point of view of Larissa Gaines from Rose in Chains.
Oh shit! I'm only like 3 chapters in.
Okay, got it.
I was like, I don't. Sadhi gave me the book. Yeah, dude.
This was a Dramini fanfiction turned published work.
Okay.
So if it's not obvious, Trent is supposed to be the character Tovin Hurst, but it's a Draco.
It's Draco.
Okay.
It's Draco Malfoy.
And then Brittany is supposed to be Bryony Rosewood, who is Hermione.
Who's the bitch? Sorry.
Pansy Parkinson.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Larissa Gaines.
So you just spoiled the whole fucking No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it's kind of a side thing.
It's just like it's part of the.
But it is sort of like they've been together for so long, and
Yeah.
like when the events of the book happens, obviously our main character, who is Bryony, is a little confused why she gets saved, whereas Larissa might not. And then there is a bit of a complex that Larissa has of like, she'll make comments, she won't come out right and say it.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, obviously he didn't pick me.
Pick
So
me.
our main character doesn't realize what's going on. She's very like, what could that possibly mean?
You're right.
I don't get it.
You're right. Yeah.
But then from her point of view, it's probably been happening since school.
I think a lot of Dramini like we've talked about, we've discussed this in our
Yeah.
discussion, but like Dramini fanfics can go crazy with the bullying and the way that like their relationship is written, where it's like either like fucking torture or like Hermione's just like an agentless individual.
Yeah.
Which kind of pisses me off.
I was gonna say, it was like, fuck J.K. Rowling, but like Hermione's not stupid.
No,
So,
people are misunderstanding.
Yeah.
They really want Hermione to be just like this like copy-paste Mary Sue of a character.
Yeah.
Where like if you look at her in the books, again, fuck J.K. Rowling, we don't support her shit.
We don't read
But like in the book, she's like pissy.
Yeah.
She's like not good with like emotional interactions.
She's kind of
sucks.
like
one of her friends, like Rabbit dies, and she's like, yeah, sure, but like I'm trying to prove a point. So like, can you tell me did this person guess that they were going to die?
Yeah.
Like, and you're like Hermione. Like at one point, I think Ron is like, Hermione, like this is not the fucking place.
I would call her annoying. Like she's annoying.
She's genuinely like an annoying character. That's kind of like what's likable about her, I think, to me.
Yeah.
But the Draminiification of both of these characters, Hermione is kind of this like, oh, I don't know anything. Oh my god, he's doing all this for me. And there is a scene in the book where she is like walking back to her dorm room late at night for some reason.
Of course.
And like for some reason, Tovin and Larissa.
Is crazy. We've talked about this name before.
Tovin. What are we doing?
Tovin?
So Zayden's on the iPad. Tovin's serving beer.
He's crushing a beer.
He has like a handlebar mustache. He's like, we're a little bit different at this bar.
But yeah, Tovin is like making out with Larissa, and even at one point, our main character Bryony's like, "Why are they doing this here? Like, this is where I live." And she starts to put the pieces together, where she's like, "He brought her here because I'm here. I guess he's doing this to like keep like tormenting me and making me uncomfortable instead of picking up on the fact like this is like a weird
dude. If a man brought another woman around me to like make out, and you could have this. I'd literally be like, I'm calling 911. I'm calling the police.
This is fucking nasty.
Sexual stuff in public is illegal. I'm calling my mom.
Public indecency.
Yeah.
Shame.
There's like a comedy moment in this book of like, she'll look back on their history together and she's like, wow, he was harassing me, but maybe he liked me. And I'm like, no, this sucks.
For a reason.
Or like in the moment she'll be like, but I liked it because I like him. And you're like,
disgusting. Boo. Tomato.
tomato.
It's like
It's
Yeah.
Sorry, not to
No,
go on the
please.
fucking ACOTAR rant
Yeah.
No,
again.
go for it.
But it's like the same shit with like Feyre and Rhysand, where it's just like, well, she actually kind of always liked him, so like it was fine that he did all that fuck shit to her during the trials.
The first book.
Exactly.
I can't.
Exactly.
But not Tamlin.
Yeah.
But he can't do the same.
No, Tamlin
Tamlin
was
fuck that
shot
guy.
out back.
And like maybe not for ACOTAR, but like every other woman that like was this sexual interest of like our main male character before the protagonist shows up has to be like some sort of like
Perfect.
villainous bitch
Or
Yeah. of just like, oh my god, like he obviously didn't care about her.
Yeah.
He was just sort of using her for a body, and like she was just using him, but now I'm here and he cares about me. And there's no examination of like, well, maybe that's also bad. Like that was a bad way to treat another person.
Why thought of Cruel Prince with Nicasia? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Nicasia, like exact same
Same
kind of
thing
copy
with
paste
fucking
scenario. Yeah.
Lore Olympus
Yeah.
with fucking
Minth,
Minth.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I've
Minth-
been saying
I
every
say
name
Minthy.
wrong. Minthy, Nicasia.
I say Nicasia, but
I have no idea.
I have no clue
genuinely don't
either.
know.
but there was a instance where it was almost going to be Nicasia for that one. But like I truly was like, that's a very similar thing. But I haven't read past the first Cruel Prince book.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I can't really speak to that. But it's a similar thing of like, there's a different girl before Jude and Cardan do their thing. And again, she's just like a mean bitch who's to some degree bullying this girl because her boyfriend bullies her.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in a vacuum, would she even bother with this person?
Right.
That's not to say that she's not a nice person, but it's to say like,
Right.
in this
Also-
case, like Bryony might not even be on Larissa's radar,
Right.
but it's only because she's doing it because her boyfriend is doing it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, she's like the person who gets the most shit on,
Right.
even though it's actually somebody else who's.
Yeah. Even though they
puppeteering it.
both were doing it.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
No.
You were going to say something.
No, I
What were you
think-
gonna say?
I help me. I need to leave. No, I think this is this is a critique I have of some authors is just writing the past love protagonist is either abusive, bullying, or that sort of like sometimes they're just people. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just don't vibe with them.
Yeah.
And I get why they're writing it that way. I do, but it just like let's think a little bit like women are people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like sometimes like you just don't fuck with her. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this thing that we've talked about it before with like
Yeah.
Tamlin also of like a past love interest cannot just be two people who were not compatible and didn't work out. It has to be a past love interest is like a villain and therefore we can like pull him up
To
like a
destroy
pinata
her
and
yeah.
like beat
Him.
them, her,
Yeah.
him, like across the, just to just get, and like you're getting candy. Like there's some sort of fulfillment at the end of it of like,
Right.
yay, we really
No.
enjoyed like,
Mhm.
you know,
we
dunk
beat
him to death, you know? And like, for some reason that doesn't work for us where I look at that and I'm like,
No.
enough!
Right.
Dead already!
Leave him alone. Yeah, leave him alone. I and like not to gloat on George R.R. Martin, but like this
Yeah.
sort of thing happens in his novels too, where like people are kind of sleeping around the realm, so to speak. And I really like that he like writes past love interests, like with Jamie and Brienne. That
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like I mean, Cersei sucks, but like. I really love that dynamic of like he can still find new love and still
Yes.
love his twin
Yes.
sister, which
Yes.
incest is so good. Like, I love it. But like he can still have those two loves in his heart, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
can love two
Yes.
people.
Right. It doesn't necessarily mean that you never did or could never have possibly loved this person.
Right?
And I think that's what
Yes.
happens, especially with when it's like a female protagonist and a male love interest. It has to be any previous partner he's had, erase them from the books.
They
They
didn't
suck.
matter.
They're evil.
They were
evil.
low
Yeah.
key evil.
Low key
Yeah.
evil the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's in a weird way to be like, well, that just shows that our protagonist is so good.
right.
And we don't do that.
And that's I would argue it's not fucking true. Like I don't think that. So it's like, okay, so women mean nothing to you unless you can have them sexually and
Yes.
Sure.
romantically.
Sure.
Okay.
This is true. I know.
Okay.
I've thought this many times. Yeah. No.
We've talked about it in our Fever Dream episode where it's like, it's not that a man is incapable of seeing like value or goodness in a woman. It's that he's unwilling to unless she is attractive to him.
Mm-hmm.
This is true to real life.
Yes.
Exactly. And like we
Yes.
see it in stories, especially stories written by women, where our male love interests play out the same thing where they're like, oh yeah, I can fuck Larissa, but I'm not going to take her seriously or treat her whatever because I actually don't really value her as a person.
Right.
But Bryony has shown up, and even though her and I have had really no interactions, I've already decided she's
She's the
good
one, yeah.
and she's on a
Yeah.
pedestal, and so I will treat her infinitely better.
It's a Madonna whore complex.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, guys, we discovered.
We figured it out.
Guys, we TM. Madonna whore complex. Art historians, we TM'd
Don't
it.
do that anymore.
Yeah,
Don't
TM.
This is our shit now. This is our shit. But really, it's like it's so fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's maybe it's like an early like 2015 to like 2020s like novel type thing. But I still feel like I see it all the time in books that are published even recently, where I'm like, why do we have to keep doing this?
And here's my thing. It's not even that like there's stories that like they're like, I had this relationship with this person, I don't anymore. I have this new relationship with another person. And it is making me realize some of the things about the old relationship were maybe not love.
True.
I can get behind that.
Love those.
But then to be like, I've never felt like this ever before, and because of that, all of my other relationships that I've had with people are absolutely meaningless.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Huge YA problem.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Mhm. Like in Rose and Chains especially, and this can be argued in the comments, but like part of it is that they're buying women.
Huh?
Oh, you haven't gotten this far?
Wait, I got to the point where like she's like, there's two kingdoms.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so no spoilers.
Yeah.
Basically, but there's a chance for him to like maybe treat both women with like a certain degree of like respect and like accommodation.
Yeah, he could buy both women.
I can buy you for 50 cents. You for 60 cents.
Anyway,
Instead, he sort of was just like, whatever.
I was gonna buy this one.
The original fan fiction is called The Auction. So
Yeah,
like, I don't know,
yeah,
like,
Did he have a coupon?
Yeah. I'll buy one, get one free.
This was actually valid till late August. Oh, fuck.
and like a very I do again think that there's like a through line with this type of character where it's in this one she's like, my dad hates me and like I am not worthy to him. Like same thing with like I think Nicasia as well. It's like there's like some like weird family dynamic and like she's getting a lot of her worth from her relationship with this man.
Yeah.
And even though he has seen her in like very sad and conflicted situations, he still isn't giving her like the respect that is due there.
Yeah.
That's why bullying I will never condone bullying. Like as much as like I've read
Hot
Variety.
take. Wow.
Claire, let it be known.
Guys,
Will not
Yeah.
condone bullying.
I do not condone bullying.
Yeah.
Unless they're ugly.
Unless they deserve it.
Unless they're ugly and fucked up.
They're fucking ugly. Are we ready for our next story?
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, this one is coming from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for using someone else to get over my ex-boyfriend?
Okay.
Basically, it's as the title says, I'm 20 male, using someone 40 male to get over my ex-boyfriend, 20 male, and I'm feeling conflicted over whether what I'm doing is wrong. My ex-boyfriend was perfect. Just perfect. There is truly no one on earth as pure and as good as he is. But I fucked him over. I really don't want to get into it here, but it's still really painful. I thought I was saving him from himself, but instead I ended up making his situation worse. In the end, he dumped me and moved away. Completely cut contact with me, and so did all of our mutual friends. I understand. I deserve it. I've also since moved, but my housing situation is a little complicated.
I live in a McDonald's.
I live in a McDonald's playface. I live in a co-op with a lot of different people, but it's run by this older gentleman who seems really indifferent about everything. At first, all I did was wallow over our breakup. Eventually, I would just wander around this house and I noticed people coming in and out of his room. He would sometimes find me and make passes at me, though never overtly. More of an, if you want, I'm here type of deal. One night, when I was feeling really terrible about myself, I took him up on his offer. We had sex. It was fine. Honestly, I just needed something to distract me from the fact that I hate myself. So whenever I would start to feel bad, I'd go to him. We'd have really rough sex, and then I'd go back to my room. The thing is, I'm still not over my ex. I think about him all the time. And while the sex is consensual, I don't know if I'm an asshole for just using someone for their body as a way to punish myself for what I did to my ex. From what I can tell, this guy doesn't seem to mind, but he also doesn't seem to care one way or the other. He just goes with it, then smokes a cigarette and goes to sleep. I feel horrible using him this way, but I feel worse not. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
I have to disagree.
Want me to pour you a little snacky snack? There's nothing on this label.
Don't
But,
even
okay,
look.
who wants to go first here?
Stuff.
No, Claire, you go first.
Oh,
These sorts of things where it's like casual, right?
mm-hmm.
To me, they're so nuanced. Did they ever define this relationship
That's
as?
fair.
Like, to me, if there was no conversation of being like, we exclusive, we love each other, I don't think he's done anything. But I want to hear your opinion.
No, I think that's true. The context there is like not given of like, have we had this conversation?
Right. Like, what are we?
Yeah. I think the thing that I'm attaching to is like, he's shown interest, but to your point, it doesn't mean that necessarily he's interested in a relationship. It could also just be
right.
that he's interested in fucking, which in that case, I guess like whatever, if that's all he wants out of it. I think it's just the point where it's like, you're using another person is what is tripping me up a bit, and being like, yeah, you're the asshole, because it's like, sure, we don't know if the other person wants something more, but if they do, and then you're just using them, like, I think it should have just been a conversation up front of like, hey, I just want to like casually do this thing, then I'd be like, okay, whatever. But because there was no conversation with that, I'm a little like, it's gray area. I wouldn't fully be like, you're a horrible piece of shit, but I'm kind of like, I also know the book that this is coming from, and I'm really trying not to add that extra.
You bring up a really good point. And the conversation just simply didn't exist.
Yeah. But again, to your point too, because it didn't exist, like, does it necessarily mean
I guess I was projecting, like, oh, he feels this way, therefore the other party feels this way. You know?
Right. And he doesn't know how the other person feels. He just feels with the other person's actions, which is they have this like rough time of it, and then the other guy goes to sleep. Like,
that's exactly.
But it keeps happening too. To be fair,
So if I was having a, from my perspective, casual relationship with someone, and then like they just fucking snored the moment that we were done, I'd be like, okay, so we're just like fucking in the gas station in the Taco Bell parking lot.
Right.
Yeah, like so. This is our Craigslist like sort of situation.
Yeah.
Our Craigslist. We're cruising.
It brings up a conversation of like how much of your reason for doing something needs to be explicitly stated.
That's true.
Because I might be willing to have like a casual hookup type of situationship with somebody, but if I knew that they were just using me to get over their ex, or they were using me to punish themselves, I might be more uncomfortable with that. Like, I might be like, that's not what I signed up for.
Right.
This is a whole other weird thing that's happening here.
Yeah, that's true. That's another layer of like, even if this other person is okay with it being casual, that extra layer of like, but they're doing it to like basically
get over,
punish themselves crazy.
Yeah.
Also go to therapy.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was like a lot of really like red flags in this. I was like, I hate myself, and I was like, oh my god, you're okay. I love you. Come here. I'm gonna hug you.
There also is a huge age gap. It's like 20 years between.
That's what I was noticing too, right?
Does that change it for you?
Yes.
Because our OP is the 20-year-old, and the person that they're using is 40 years old.
I'm always gonna be on the side of the younger person. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a disgusting old fucker. He's 20 years old, you sick fuck.
He also runs their co-op.
That is actually like low key.
Yeah.
Like fucking your landlord, trust me, guy. No. Trust me, you don't want to do it.
It always ends up bad.
It always ends up bad. Even if your dishwasher gets fixed before everyone else's, trust me.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's very interesting because it doesn't balance the scales if it's like an even weird dynamic of like, you are my co-op landlord guy, but at the same time, I'm using your body without really giving anything in return. So like, it's sort of a 50-50.
I genuinely, you know what? Half and half. Like, let's go. Let's fucking go. We split it down the middle. Divorce court.
I was again. It's also like you really need to do some work on yourself about whatever the fuck happened with your ex.
Yeah,
there's a lot of red flags.
This person cannot be that perfect that you're like, I must punish myself.
This person might be the most perfect.
I fumbled Bradley Cooper, therefore I must lash myself 20 times.
When you find out,
they're probably my crucify myself.
When you find out who this OP is, you're gonna fucking shit your pants.
Did you know that Jesus' crucifixion was actually because he lost out with his fuck buddy, and then he had to punish himself?
Hey, Steph, do you want to tell us who OP is?
Judas. And the 40-year-old is the devil.
No! You guys.
Yes.
This is from the book Saint of Heartbreak.
I knew my art history degrees would come in handy. And
His
ex,
Jesus.
fuck you, U of I knew I'd make it.
Oh my god, we're alumni.
No, you didn't go to U of I. You went to ASU.
All right. I'm to ASU.
Sadhi's face just
She
dropping.
was no, she genuinely was like, huh? I know.
I was like, I worked really hard
I
for that
know.
degree. I'm barely scooted by. But yes, this OP is Judas Iscariot from the book Saint of Heartbreak. Steph,
That's
do you want to give
crazy.
us a quick overview of what that novel was about?
Yeah, I mean, it's Judas doing his typical betrayal in the Bible against Jesus, except in this one, it was just sort of like, you must do this so Jesus can be the sacrifice that, are uprising against the, so that it can be, a success.
That is
against
a genuine religious theory that Judas,
No,
but that
totally.
Judas was compelled by God to betray Jesus, and he's currently in heaven because
He's not in heaven in
yeah.
this one.
Okay, sorry, go on.
No, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, it basically was it was less that it was Judas's choice. It was more so sorry, it is technically his choice, but he was
Okay.
just basically
fulfilling.
if
Fulfilling a thing that had to happen, yeah.
yes. But then Judas goes to hell,
Okay,
basically, and
Damn it.
him and the devil have he's been using the devil to fucking the devil and having crazy rough sex.
so
with
what's
the
this
devil.
fuck's name?
Yeah, I think you
text
might
me.
enjoy it. Yeah,
Text
that's-
me.
I have a physical copy of the book
hell
if you want to borrow it.
I already. This sound. Did you guys read it right? Obviously,
It was
your
for the book
club.
club,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your rating?
I gave it a 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I gave it
Okay.
a 3. Only
It's very
because
fanfiction-y.
Yeah.
yeah, only because Judas is very I'm just
Annoying.
actually kind of good guy. He doesn't think that. But the way that the book has set it up
He's
is
very
it's
sad boy.
Yeah, it's he didn't.
I remember. No, I
This was,
remember
his
this one. I
fate,
remember you guys posted
basically.
this one, Yeah.
But yeah, and they do end up falling genuinely in love down the line, Judas
Right.
and the devil. But and
Crazy
even the
words.
devil is and I do like the take of the angels, because they have such a strict moral code, are kind of the bad guys. I do kind of like that sort of story. This one didn't quite do it for me.
Right.
It was a little too we're trying to do two very different things. of,
Stories. Yeah.
we have a dark
Yeah.
rough sex, blah blah blah, and then it was
dude,
found family.
I still can't believe I fucking called.
Yeah,
fucking called.
that was
As
You
soon
guys-
as we started talking about
You
Jesus,
guys-
I was like,
Yep.
Am I the best
Yeah.
guest on this podcast? Fuck you,
You're
Erin.
kind of going
Claire knows
three.
all the books,
Hold
even the
on.
ones she hasn't read.
Yeah. We do have a top comment.
Oh
Yay.
yes.
The top comment though is, nah, dude, you're single and your ex isn't coming back. Go get it. Just be mindful that your new bae is also using you like you're using them. If you're no longer okay with the situation, stop. But if it's good, good for you. And I think my interpretation of this top comment is they're in a position of power. It's they're using you for your body.
Yeah.
You're using them for their body. So as long as it's consensual, it's all good.
Did you have an idea of who that top commenter, what character this
Who
top
wrote
commenter
that?
is?
No,
or
no,
just- Okay,
Anonymous
okay.
Reddit. This is
Okay.
Anonymous Reddit.
I was just
I
like-
polled some people.
Oh,
for
okay,
their
okay.
opinion.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So our friends,
A
not
friend.
not different characters in the book.
No.
I was like,
had
which
friends.
character is saying this?
Ew.
Well, because I had some people who hadn't read the book.
Oh yeah,
Be
yeah,
if this was an actual Reddit post, how would you feel about it?
yeah,
And that's some of the top comments we have.
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah. The updates are from the character, obviously. But the
Yeah.
top comments are from people that we know.
Anonymous sources.
Anonymous sources. But
Love that.
Judas Iscariot, he's doing his thing.
No, he's the original Yowie for sure.
Oh, for sure.
For
It's
sure,
a
for sure, for
It's a
sure.
lot of him being well, if I have sinned anyways, I might as well commit the worst sin, which is fucking the devil. You know?
Right.
I'm it doesn't make him feel
Who
any
wouldn't,
better.
you know?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Are you guys ready for this next story?
Yeah.
All right, this one comes from RAITA. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for stealing my sister's boyfriend? The situation is complicated, so I'm going to do my best to provide context. Now, what the fuck? enough context, but I might not get everything perfect in this post. Please be kind. My mother and father died when my twin sister Jane, 18 female, and I, 18 female, were young. My stepfather adopted us and raised us in his home country with cultures that were strange and harsh. His country values cleverness and ruthlessness above all else. Manipulating, backstabbing, and cruelty are always happening on a daily basis, and respect is given to those who can outsmart their opponents.
I was like, oh, it's just Baldur's Gate with the
So it's the United States government. Okay.
Mandara!
Joe Biden?
The voting machine from Polled Hard.
Poltron 4000.
Poltron 4000 would say as much. I'm explaining all this because betraying someone isn't seen as a cardinal sin here, and this will come to play later. The culture shock was a hard adjustment. My sister and I are obviously outsiders to this world, and since the day we arrived, we have been targeted as the weakest in our class. To make sure we stay tough, our stepfather would coach us in self-defense. He said it was important to make sure people knew we could stand up for ourselves. My sister took to his teaching like bee on honey. She reveled in practice and prided herself in her skills. While I would train as well, I was less interested in it. Honestly, I just wanted to get by. Our dreams were very different. She wanted to make a name for herself, prove her worth, show off to the people who looked down on us. I wanted a quiet life, to marry someone, live comfortably. I'm not ashamed to want those things, and there are very few options for women in my country. You have to be extraordinary like Jane, or you have to marry well. My sister also really loved to provoke the bullies in our class. Again, I don't want to fight, and I've told her this hundreds of times, but she never listens to me. Instead of ignoring them or acquiescing so we can just get through the situation quickly, she'll escalate it and use it as a chance to one-up people, which only then makes it worse the next time. I have begged her to make our lives easier. She just doesn't realize that even though it's her doing it, both of us get punished. Her actions don't just reflect one person. We're twins. We're both being targeted. My sister is involved in a lot of different, let's call them extracurriculars. She's ambitious, and she thinks her internships with the president's son and various other clubs will help her make a name for herself. She has a lot going for her, and she has a path to success. I don't have that, and before you say you should just try like she did, I want you to really think about that. Some people don't have the talent or the drive. I can admit that I'm physically just as capable, but I don't love it the way she does. Just because my twin has one path forward doesn't mean I have to follow it. I've heard this my whole life, that I should be more like her and that the way I live my life is lesser than. It's not enough to just want to survive and be content. It makes me so frustrated that love isn't enough. In that vein, I've been secretly dating one of the boys that bully us. Link, 19 male.
Link? Zelda?
Link showed an interest in me. He's handsome, from a good family, and at first I thought it was going nowhere. But I'm falling for him, and he feels the same way about me. The thing is, in order to prove that I'm devoted to him, he's asked me to stay quiet while he dates my sister.
What?
Wait, what?
Turn it around.
Stop right there.
Of course I didn't want this. In what universe would anyone want their boyfriend to date their sister?
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Duggars, maybe.
oh, God.
This is
I don't know, the Duggars.
This kind of sound like a porn to me. The lemon whores that try to take our lemons.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course I didn't want this. In what universe would anyone want their boyfriend to date their sister? But the thing is, this culture is so strange.
Okay.
Things like tests of loyalty and faith aren't uncommon. His rationale is that if I can withstand watching him and my sister and not tell her we're dating, then I am proven to be able to keep his secrets, a very valuable trait in a partner. I was extremely hesitant at first, but I kept coming back to two thoughts. One, I don't have a lot of options after school ends. I'm not talented, at least more talented than any of my classmates, to get myself a stable job, and no one else has seemed to show an interest in me. Being a foreigner, I'm viewed as less than by everyone. Link is the first person, let alone boy, to show me any semblance of kindness. I love him, but even if I didn't, he's my best bet at an actual life. 2, I thought my sister, in a million years, would never actually go for him. She hates him, and especially his friends. They have all been tormenting her and me by proxy for years. She talks on and on and on about how she would love to get back at them. I figured there would be no harm in saying yes because she's so principled about the matter. Why would she ever be attracted to Link? I agreed to the deal. If I could survive a few months of Link making passes at my twin sister and not telling anyone, he'd marry me. So I did, and it was awful. I was horrified to realize that she actually liked him back. I had to watch as she was falling for my boyfriend. After everything she said about him and the gang of people who bullied us, she was just as susceptible to his charm as I was. But I kept my mouth shut. Like I said before, she was working towards her end goals, manipulating, spying, being calculating and clever. I was doing the same thing. Jane eventually found out and confronted me about it. We ended up fighting, fists and all, until eventually someone else came to break us up. She, of all people, should understand just how hard it is to survive as a foreigner in our country and the things we have to do to fit in, and instead of understanding why I had to make this decision, I'm being painted as a villain. So I'm asking, am I? Thoughts?
No.
Yeah. This character that is writing is very relatable, I will say. I mean, it's hard growing up in a family where you're not the best. You're not the chosen one. You're not the ideal. And I think she's taken what she can get. And this situation that's been thrown on her, I mean, I'd leave. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get why she's acting the way that she does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If anything, Link is the asshole for putting them both in this situation in the first place.
Yeah, what a freak.
Like, I don't, like, especially if we're coming back to, like, this is a society that, like, values these specific traits. I have not typically embodied them, but I was able to do it in this situation. Like, yeah, it sucks that it's against your own twin sister, but once again, like, Link is the one that put you both in this situation. It's not like it was, like, her idea to be like, let me prove to you that, like, I'm valuable as a partner if I do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
She was just sort of going along with this plan, and which sucked for her as well. Like, you know, I don't know. There is like I struggle with it because it is like a sibling loyalty thing. Of like, that does.
It's like it's your own sister.
That
You're
does
kind of
suck.
screwing over. It's your twin sister.
That
you're
does
screwing over.
suck.
Yeah.
I feel like she should have maybe asked more questions about like why are we doing this?
First of all,
can I prove
why?
this in a different way, perhaps?
Yeah.
We have a different test of loyalty.
Right,
maybe.
right. Like, so maybe that's
You can look through my phone.
I think that's a point against her of like, there was no questions about this. Okay, but I mean, they were at the end of the day, both sisters were put in a shitty situation.
Exactly. She's a very sympathetic OP in this.
In this way,
Yeah.
It's a lot of like you said, like I can imagine, and it's not explicitly stated here, but it's very hinted of like there seems to be some like sibling dynamic at play
Something's
here.
happening.
Yeah.
Of like everybody has wanted me to be more like my twin sister,
Right.
and I like just can't be, and so this is like the only thing I've got going for me.
Yeah. And she genuinely loves this person too. Like it isn't, I know that she said like, even if I didn't, it is like my best shot at a good life. But like there is like a sympathetic nature to the fact that she's like, I have real feelings for this person and I don't want to leave them.
That almost makes it harder too, because that
too.
person like not betrayed, but like, I mean, yes,
yeah, to an
betrayed
extent.
because it was like kind of a non-consensual like affair almost, like of like.
Or like, cause well, like,
That's
so they
true.
had been dating
Yeah.
in secret
Yeah.
as well.
Yes, they'd been dating in
Okay.
secret.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Link should die.
No, Link is the worst.
Yeah.
Like that is
Given.
inarguable. What a
Yeah.
weird thing to do.
Yeah.
It's also one of those where I'm like, Link also is not just like a shitty person. He bullied you.
Yeah.
Him and like his friends bullied you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird to me to fall for him. It's also weird to me that both sisters would fall for the same kind of douchebag.
Right. Yeah.
And for a bit of context too, it's like they're twin sisters,
Yeah.
right? So like they look
the same.
right?
Right.
Which would also add a bit of like insult to injury of like,
Right.
it's not just my personality you like, it's my looks, and my sister has the same looks. Like that's just what a weird fucking situation.
I
It's
can't
like,
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at the end of the day, it's like, so did you just like me for my looks if you're able to swap over to my sister who is
That-
a very
it
different
feels fake.
personality?
It feels fake.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And also, I obviously, like, the other sister doesn't know this, right? Like, the whole point is that it's a secret.
Yeah.
But it's one of those of, like, you have so many avenues to get yourself in, like, a better position.
Right. You don't need to pursue this.
You don't need to pursue this guy, and yet you still are, again, they don't know that. But it's like, you're still going for him. I'm sure that just adds angst to, like, the whole situation at large.
Yeah. Especially if she's felt lesser than this sister the entire time, and it's like, what, now this one thing that I have you want even though you don't need him?
Dude, that's the fucking worst feeling, man.
Yeah.
And, like, I never with, like, siblings, but, like, with other people, I'm like, you have everything.
Dude,
I've got this one thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I got this
off.
one.
Yeah. It's sort of like I'm trying to, like, kind of contextualize it in, like, a, like, it's as if, like, you had a really good friend that was, like, dating multiple people, and you were dating this, like, you know, not official, but dating one person, and then they started showing that other person interest, and even though they're dating, like, 3 other people, they were like, no, that's the one I want. It's
Dude,
like,
no, fuck
okay,
that.
so you
feeling,
want everything?
yeah. That, honestly, what you just said, like, really got to me. I'm like,
No, I like the like emotional response that I had to that. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking shoot someone.
It's also, like, earlier in the thing too, I think she made reference to, like, my sister will do stuff even though I don't want her to,
Right.
and it'll affect both of us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so it's that thing of, like, your twin can do things autonomously and, like, not worry about the consequences for both of you.
Yep.
And granted, like, you are kind of screwing her over.
Yeah.
But, like, this is one of those where it's like, so you don't get to make a decision without
Right.
conferring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of the asshole. It's like, you did put your sister in a kind of a weird position.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are
But
you
it's
not
sympathetic.
going to your sister at some point?
True, but that's, like, kind of the caveat
That's
of
the
this
that's the
deal,
cost.
right? That's
Right.
the cost. Like,
Yeah.
you don't tell your sister.
Yeah.
A perfect person would say no to this whole
A
deal.
real fucking bitch.
I don't
who's
necessarily,
your
yeah.
sister.
Like, I don't think that decision was right. However,
Yeah.
I understand why they made that decision too, especially if it's like, this is kind of like my one way out through
Of
the
this
tunnel.
hell.
Yeah.
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 Also, the shocked Pikachu face of it being like, I didn't think you would actually go for him.
Right. Like, you've been saying that you
No,
hate it.
you're right.
Yeah, you've been saying
You're
how much you
right.
hate these people for years.
Your
and that's, like,
expectations definitely catered. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is crazy too. It's one of those where I would like fight a bitch. It's like, all you do is complain about this guy,
And
some-
now you like
and then
him?
now you like him. What if I shot you with a gun?
I also think it comes back down to, like, okay, so you don't care about, like, the impact of your actions on me.
Mm.
Granted, I know that the original poster is dating this guy that's been bullying the both of them.
Sure.
But also, once again, it's like, okay, so my sister doesn't know that we've been dating. And even though she knows that this guy's been bullying both of us, she's still going after him. Like, there is, like, no, it's kind of hypocritical because it's like,
it's
you've
giving
already
hypocrite.
done that.
too. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
giving fake.
To
Yeah.
go on that, like, to go off of that as well, of like, okay, so this is just yet another instance in which you are not thinking about my feelings yet again.
And I think there's a difference in what you're saying, because it's one thing to be like, we're both being just targeted randomly by bullies, but like,
right.
if your older, if not older, but if your twin sister is actively pursuing and like harassing them every chance she gets too,
Yeah.
like in retaliation, of course, like that's something wrong with like fighting back against the people, but being like,
Right.
no, you are going out of your way to like get them back,
Mhm.
and then suddenly now you're also okay with
because he's shown you interest,
Because-
now
yeah.
it's different.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like it's bad writing.
it's almost
Sorry, I'm sorry. Cut that. Computer, cut that.
Computer, keep that in.
Do you want to maybe say what this is from, Claire?
The Cruel Prince.
Is it?
This is the Cruel Prince.
Okay. I was like, my next guess was Akatar again.
Number
No,
two.
it could though. Like
I was like,
Ooh.
it's Nessa and or Nessa
yeah,
and
like
Feyre.
not twin, but yeah.
Yeah.
It is really telling though that there's like so many similarities in terms of like sibling dynamics as well as like
Yeah.
the mean girl dynamic. I think so. This is
The
from point of
useful
view-
one versus the mean
No,
girl one.
yeah.
it's not bad writing. It's just it's hard to read. Do you know what I mean?
It's a very
confrontational.
black and white and very unsympathetic lens to, and we've talked about this in previous episodes.
Yeah.
Before we get into this, this is from the point of view of Taryn Duart from The Cruel Prince. Jude is the main character. Taryn is her twin sister. Jude is like powerful, OP, fighter girl who like always hits back and like doesn't take names. And Taryn is the more feminine, passive twin. And this book, in my opinion, really punishes
It
her
does.
for making choices that make sense in terms of the world of the culture because they're in a fae
Sure.
world.
Yeah.
But because she's not doing it for the greater good, she's doing it out of self-preservation.
It's
She's,
wrong.
It's wrong.
As most women did in
But-
many, like, you can apply this to like Renaissance times. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think that's like a really
But keep going.
yeah, a really interesting. This book brings up actually the characters are really interesting.
Thank you.
Twin sisters, divergent,
Twisters.
twitches, if you will, twin witches. Like they're
Bringing Tia and Tamara
yeah,
back.
Tia and Tamara. I mean, headcanon them at this point. But it is interesting. Like, there's a headstrong one, there's the passive one, and you can't attribute a negative. Like, I don't think being passive and agreeable and demure, if I'd say, is like a technically bad. Like, she's a very sympathetic character.
Yeah.
And I think I said this before, is that she is sort of demonized in a lot of spaces for doing what was best for herself.
I would argue she might be one of the most hated romantasy book characters.
Damn.
People are like,
Hate her.
they're willing to forgive, like, in this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's like, they're willing to forgive, like, Maddox, who is, like, their stepfather, who actually murdered her parents.
Her real biological
parents. Like, he murdered them and then
Y'all
adopted
look
her.
parents.
And they're like, oh, he's a morally great character. But
He is,
fucking
Because he's a man.
hate-
Because he's a man.
Yeah.
Because he's a man.
And I think, like, a opinion that I have about this is, like, fight, flight, fawn, and freeze.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And especially the audience that reads, like romantasy book novels, they really respect a person who's, like, trauma response is fight, which
Yeah.
is Jude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if your trauma response is fawn, which is what Taryn is doing, there is something seen as lesser than.
Yeah.
Almost like
Weak.
pathetic and weak. And like, how could you do that?
Yeah.
How could you succumb to that? And it's almost like these are two traumatized people put in a world that
reacting in different ways.
reacting
Dude,
in different ways. Yeah.
What do you think Anne Boleyn was doing? What do you think all of Henry VI's wives were doing? Like, you know what I
Also-
mean?
They're trying their best to survive.
Right.
Yeah. Like, and it's interesting to talk about this too, because when we think about ACOTAR, right? People don't have anywhere near as many problems with Elaine as they do Nesta. And Elaine is kind of the fawn one in that instance.
I would
But-
say Elaine's more freeze. But yeah, but still.
true. But I think I'm like, I think Erin was the one that made this point where about like Nesta of like she, like it's the same thing, right? Of like Feyre is very like, I'm feisty, I'm gonna make it on my own, I'm gonna figure it out. And Nesta has this approach of like, well, there's this guy in the village, he's kind of interested in me, his family's like as well off as like the lower class could possibly be. Like maybe
This
I could
fucked up village of ours.
marry into this family,
Dude,
whatever.
I get it.
And then a fucking Feyre is like, well, I know his family like fucking beats on people. And she never tells Nesta this until she gets taken away by Tamlin. It's like, by the way, and it's not even like a like, oh, I'm protecting you, you're my sister
it's
kind of
a
way.
get
It's
back
a like,
at you.
I'm throwing this shit in your face because you are not willing to like go hunting with me.
No,
You're like more feminine than me.
and in this case too, it's one of those where I'm like, so they're both humans living in like the fairy world.
Mm-hmm.
And there are certain cultural things that both of them pick up on. Like, so Jude is kind of characterized as being like very violent
Yeah.
and very like aggressive.
She fits in well.
She fits in well in that way.
Yeah.
And so like, even though her moral compass, I would say, still leans a bit more human,
Sure.
Yeah.
her actions in this book are like, I'm trying to protect my little brother type of thing.
Yeah.
She is an aggressive person, and book readers see that as like a virtuous thing. Like, we're again putting our like human understanding of morality
Sure.
on that.
Sure.
Taryn has picked up on like the manipulation, the lying, and the cleverness.
Yeah.
And it is at the expense of her family, but every other character is doing a very similar thing. Like, all of Carden's family is backstabbing and killing each other, and it's seen as like that is the norm. Like, that is politics as usual.
Yeah.
The fairy world or whatever.
Whatever, like that's the way it operates. And so Taryn is kind of going with the cultural context of the world that she's living in, but because one, Jude is our main character, and also two, they're humans, it's like, well, you betrayed your own sibling. It's like, everybody else has been doing that. Also, the betrayal is you didn't tell some girl that you didn't like her, you were dating her boyfriend. Like, what?
Also, like, okay, so what Taryn's doing is out of self-preservation. What is Jude doing that is not out of self-preservation? Like, what is Jude doing to protect Taryn? You know what I mean?
Sorry. Like you guys are bringing up like my one gripe with the Cruel Prince, and it's like triggering me. That's the point. That's why we brought you. We're like, okay, Sadhi, what are you doing?
In doing the research for this specific post, because I know going into this, Taryn is hated. People hate her so much. And I was like combing through Reddit. I was combing through like book forums to be like, is there anybody with like a sympathetic view of her? And at the
we found Claire.
I found my people, but like online, is there anybody with a sympathetic view? And like the best I can get is that they're like, I can see maybe how she came to those decisions, but I still don't agree with what she did. Yeah. And I think a better author, and like Holly Black wrote a novella from Taryn's point of view called The Lost Sisters, and it's her writing like an apology letter to her sister.
I actually haven't read that, so
I've heard it's like actually a lot of people have read it and been like, I hate her even more because of this. Because she like very half-heartedly is like, yeah, like I fucked up, but like also growing up was like really hard for me. And a lot of people go, well, it was also hard for Jude. And to that I say, people can be two different people.
Yeah, you can both go through a really difficult childhood and come out coping with it
just
in very different ways.
Doesn't mean you're copying fucking paste.
Right, exactly. And I think a lot of people will look at the situation and be like, well, Jude did this and Jude did that. And I'm like, that's very boring then if she has a twin sister who copies her exactly.
Yeah.
It's more interesting to get your twin sister who's
doing it
different.
Doing it different. Yeah.
Doing it different.
Oh my God.
Well, and that's what, those were my thoughts reading The Cruel Prince in the first place. I was like, why is there a sister, right? Like, what is her purpose in the story? How does she elevate Jude? How does she distract Jude? How does she make Jude a more sympathetic character? And I didn't find that thing to be very, like, satisfying of her just being a villain. Like, I just didn't see it, right? Yeah. And I think I did actually reading it. I read more into our view. I said, like, she's sympathetic. Like, I was personally reading the book being like, oh, fuck, they're both fucked. Like, they both were dealt the worst hand. Like, their fucking parents were killed. But going online, you realize that is not the universal experience. So that's fine. People are allowed to have their own interpretations of books, but they're wrong. And The Cruel Prince is about two sisters. It's about two sisters like that are separated.
It's more interesting that way.
Yeah.
It's, again, like there was that era of we've got Nesta, we've got Taryn, of these characters who the author threw in, not because they had like a grander idea of like how this shows the story of Jude or Feyre, or just like, I need somebody to make Jude look better.
Right.
I need somebody to victimize and martyr almost Jude by betraying them.
Yep.
In a way that's almost so like unsympathetic and cruel when you look at it. Like you just wrote a character who has gone through the same trauma, who is maybe weaker than and like trying their best, and you wrote them to be a villain. Yeah. Just so that Jude can look good and feel like, oh my God, I was betrayed by my own sister.
And to that I say, bad writing.
Yeah, back to square one, bad writing.
I think it's so interesting too because it almost feels like it. Like, okay, I'm trying hard to articulate this thought, but it's like there is a misogyny of it all, right? Of like anger is an accepted response,
yes,
and anything else is not.
It's been that case a lot.
But also we like it's interesting too because I do feel like there's a lot of like female readers that are drawn to like the feminine rage, and myself included in that.
Feminine power,
like I
right?
I also like that. I like seeing someone who is like fucking angry and has a vendetta and is holding on to this like revenge and whatnot. But that doesn't mean that I don't like a character that like is also not expressing it in that way. I think it comes back to like Isle in the Silver Sea too, of like thinking about Simran and Veena, of like Simran had that like anger in her and I liked that, but Veena was coping with her own trauma in a different way of like, I need to make myself smaller, I need to make myself, and I also liked that. And I it just so frustrates me when it's like, this is the only acceptable way to like do, and I think it's the same thing with ACOTAR too, where it's like Feyre goes through these horrible trials and like comes out with like PTSD, but she's able to just like overcome it so quick. And because Nesta is not, then she's she's pathetic, and
she was like written as the problem from day one,
right?
Pissed me off.
But it also is confusing to me, and I'm sorry, I'm beating a dead horse, but like It's confusing to me because Nesta has like the start of a redemption arc in book 1. In book 1.
Exactly.
And we still
More
fucking
interesting
hate her.
character.
And we still fucking hate
Maybe
her.
they're not good writers.
Oh.
It's also, again, when writing like these Emma the Hassel stories, it's really hard because both Feyre and Jude are written to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like Jude, even though she has these aggressive tendencies and she's like, totally fine with murdering a guy in cold blood,
that's her negative tendency.
that's her negative tendency, but it's in the service of saving her little brother, Oak, or whatever, or like protecting the throne and protecting her family. So she has a good reason at heart. Same thing with Feyre. It's like her reason for murdering the Fae or whatever is because she's just trying to make ends meet with her family.
Right.
Whereas Nesta and Taryn, their reasons are self-preservation. Not for their family, just for themselves. And it's seen as so bad.
Selfish. So
And it comes
cruel.
back to the misogyny of like women cannot be selfish. They need to be thinking about their family.
They always need to be putting their family first, protecting each other. And again, it's a book. So like obviously our author is going to write it so that like it works out for Jude. And it's always going to work out for Feyre. But it gets, to me, a little exhausting when you're
it's
like...
boring.
I think it's just me searching for meaning in something.
Yeah.
Like a deep, I mean, especially someone that has sisters, that
Yes,
has those like
1000%.
dynamic relationships with other women. It's like, let's be more interesting here. Let's think of women are human. Women have self-preservation. I'm gonna fucking throw you off the raft.
Yeah.
In the shark and like, sorry, Sadhi, you going off the
No!
Like, I need to live.
But it's also, it's one of those where I'm like, does this author have a sister? Like, when I look at complicated women, like I can, and I've mentioned this in my other podcast, I'm like, I can understand maybe the selfless actions that my sister or myself take while still loving her deeply.
Yeah.
Those are not like separate from each other.
Yes.
Or I can be different from my sister and
both
still,
things can be true.
Love
yes,
her.
still love her and still understand the choices she made.
Yes.
Right.
And that kind of sympathy and grace isn't given to. Like, there's no moment where Jude is like, not that she needs to. She can still be angry. She can be like,
1000%.
I was flirting with this guy, and it turns out both of you fuckers were playing
She
me.
was
Is
so
the guy
pissed.
Carden?
No.
Okay.
Lee
Locke. It's
Yeah.
a different
Link.
fucker.
The redhead, right?
Yeah, he's like a fox or whatever.
Yeah, like,
He's just some like rando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
one of the
course,
bullies.
because the guy needs to be a good guy.
Oh no, Carden's a good guy.
no, Carden sucks.
no, I agree. I think Carden sucks.
No,
but,
no.
but you find out like Carden's actually really
No,
bullied
he's
by his
never
siblings.
done anything
Actually,
wrong.
he totally whooped her.
He-
the whole
yeah,
time.
he's always really wanted hoe.
What if I had a gun?
Yeah.
Put me in these novels. Give me a gun.
Yeah. And like I believe, because I haven't read anything further than The Cruel Prince, because
Doesn't
again,
get it better.
because of the Taryn or treatment, I was like, I just know
in,
that we're
in that
done.
We're
respect,
done.
Taryn does not
Yeah.
get.
But from what I've seen, it's like it only gets worse. It's like she manipulates Carden by pretending to be Jude. She like uses Jude to like fix her.
Taryn doesn't exist as a character.
She gets
exists
as
a plot device in this entire
she gets the
series.
Tamlin treatment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to which I'm like, I'm not interested in that.
No,
Cruel Prince has a
who
lot
won me? Sorry.
cool going for it, but
Yeah.
the sibling dynamic,
Boo.
not for me.
And it's interesting because there's another sister who is like their half sibling. She is technically their older sister who is married to their her father is their stepfather,
Okay.
and their mother is her biological mother, so she's like half human, half whatever.
Yeah.
And her
She the blue bitch?
Yeah, she's the
the blue bitch with like
that's Nicasia.
Mermaid?
Yeah.
that's Nicasia. That's the one
Oh.
that Jude's like ex-girlfriend we were just talking about in like the last.
She's
Every
one-
time I see fan art of her, I'm like, wow, she's
Oh, no,
beautiful.
she is very
She also gets done dirty, sort of.
Well,
And
She gets a okay.
everyone gets done dirty, but
Yeah,
like,
cool because they aren't Jude or Carden.
Yeah, I know.
It's one of those where I'm like, I can tell the author's hand is so heavy.
we're doing a
here.
self-insert.
Yeah, we're doing like
Yeah.
my special babies, the world has to shift around them.
Mhm.
The characters around them have to like transform in ways that don't make sense
Sure,
so that
yeah.
it fits
Yeah.
what I want
My
to see.
narrative for these two characters.
Because also
yeah.
like with Taryn, everybody sort of collectively hates her. Where like in Faye, I'm like, I feel like people would respect the
would
fact that
like
she was
her.
yeah, like she kept a bargain. She was manipulative to her own sibling. Like there's
There's to the cultural
norms. Like there has to be people who are like, I'm with Taryn, that makes fucking sense. She played you.
Yeah.
And like people who put Jude in her place being like, that's how it is here. Like you lost the bet.
You
but
live here.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
You
instead-
live
You
here.
live in this house together.
But instead, and their mom and their fucking dog are like, Taryn's bad in the world too, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I didn't know that you triggered me this hard with this. I was like, this was
Why do you
my
think we got
one
into like
gripe
an ACOTAR
with-
rant the last time we did
with
this
the Crow
shit?
Prince was like the one thing. It was like the fucking sister. Like you fucking nailed it, dude.
If there's anything we do here on Open
Yeah.
Hearts Book Club, it's
Find
we
it.
fucking champion the women that get done fucking dirty. in
dude,
these
Jude's
books.
twin sister.
Her twister.
Are you
Yes.
single?
Taryn. And the thing is, I think I would like Jude more if Taryn had like not a better treatment, but a more like sympathetic narrative.
realistic?
Realistic, exactly. Like I'm fine if Taryn does exactly what she does. Sure. But the way that Jude or the world understands her is still like, yeah, she's a clever, manipulative asshole.
Yeah.
But we respect that because all of us are that.
So is Carden.
I'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like one twin went the more like crazy, angry, sword fighting, murderous
Right.
route. The other twin went the more like political route.
Yeah, subtle.
What a fun combo.
Exactly.
This makes so much sense because I've seen so many like TikTok edits of like the like no loyalty like audio
yeah.
with Jude, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Man.
yeah.
Womp womp.
These books, man.
Hey, cheers.
Don't ever read a book.
Catch
Just
up.
swittle and read it.
Hey, catch up.
Justice for Taryn.
I'm with you. Justice for Taryn.
Justice for Taryn.
Justice for Nesta.
Justice for Nesta.
Justice for Nicasia.
Yep.
Justice for Larissa. Like all of
Ted Kaczynski. Yeah.
okay. Well, we backed up.
That's Claire. That's just Claire on her
on
own.
behalf of this Open Hearts Book Club. I stayed.
It takes a lot to make me hate a mean female character.
Same.
Because oftentimes it's just misogyny.
Can I ask, is there any female character that you truly feel that you hate, like with your bread and butter?
Yeah, there have been. I'm trying to think. There's somewhere I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck off.
I was like, oh, Leona from Getting My Swamp.
I hate her. Hate her
Yeah.
ass. Any side characters, though, I'm trying to think
Okay.
of. And I'm like, there
Mull it
are.
over, yeah.
I'll think on it. You're right.
There's this girl named Steph that I
What the beep?
I wrote her into my book. I'm gonna hate her.
I throw my wine.
All right, are we ready for your next?
Skip it up.
Okay. Are we ready for our next story?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this one comes from our relationship advice. I, 27 female, listened to my family's advice on my love life when I was a teenager, and now I'm regretting taking their advice because I think I've lost my one chance with my soulmate. 31 male.
Wait,
How old is she?
She's 27.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
okay.
31.
21.
I was like, she's 17. Holy fuck.
I love me a huge amount. Back when I was a teenager, I was dating a boy named Dwill, and I was madly in love with him.
Dwill? Okay.
What is
off.
Excuse me?
Back when I was a teenager, I was dating a boy named Will.
Will.
And I will.
I was like, Dwill?
Oh, one more time, take it from the top. We're starting.
Computer.
We're starting from the
Computer.
beginning. All right,
Cut
next
this all
story.
out.
Okay, this one's coming from our relationship advice. It's I, 27 female, listened to my family's advice on my love life when I was a teenager, and now I'm regretting taking their advice because I've lost my one chance with my soulmate. 31 male. Back when I was a teenager, I was dating a boy named Will, and I was madly in love with him. At the time, it didn't feel like puppy love, and I would have sworn we would be together forever. I've always been somewhat of the black sheep of my family and never made really close relationships because of how my family operates. They're very vain, and they care way too much about appearances and status. Will was the complete opposite. He was clever, smart, and handsome, and so kind. I think that was my favorite part of him, how gentle and sincere he was, and how he just seemed to know what I was thinking. I loved him so much. After high school, Will proposed, and I said yes. I told my father and my older sister, and I thought they would be happy for me. While Will doesn't come from money, he's smart, and we were confident he would land himself a really good job. My dad and my sister were completely against it. They told me I was too good for him, I'd be ruining my reputation and theirs by marrying him, and they wouldn't allow it, and even recruited my aunt to convince me against the marriage. She didn't say the same things that they did. Instead, she told me I was too young to get married, that I was a child at 19 and I would regret getting married so early in life. I listened to their advice and ultimately called off the engagement. No one besides my family knew that we were engaged. Will was devastated. He left our hometown, and I hadn't heard from him in years. It's been 8 years since then, and I still can't get over the choice I made. I feel like I've lost a part of me that I can't recover from, and it only gets worse. My neighbor Chuck, 33, male, has 2 sisters, Lily, 23, female, and Harper, 25, female. And he's still good friends and in contact with Will. Will is in town for the first time since leaving home, and he's been spending a lot of time with our neighbors, whom I'm very close with. At first I was shocked to see him, and then embarrassed remembering our history. But I promised myself, for the sake of keeping the peace and not making a fool of either of us, I'd remain calm. The problem is, everyone keeps making jokes about Will marrying either Lily or Harper. He's stated that he's ready to settle down, and I think he might actually be considering asking one of them out. I hate it. I hate that I rejected him because my family convinced me to. I hate that I listened to them instead of listening to myself. I hate that he's here and that he might be over me and moving on to someone else. I know he probably moved on already, but it's been 8 years and I haven't. Now here's where I need advice. How do I get through this? I'm going on a family trip with my friends and Will is going to be joining us. I need help handling my feelings and figuring out what to do with the fact that Will is going to be around for the foreseeable future and that future is probably not going to be with me. So what kind of advice do you have for OP?
Talk to Will. Hey, say anything.
She rejected him.
I was going to say,
I don't care.
initial rejection, though, that came from family, right?
Right.
And yet the family is still, like, he might ask out her younger.
So it's her neighbor has 2 younger sisters.
Got it. I was like,
So
her
he
younger
might ask out
Got it.
her neighbor's younger sisters.
Okay. I was like, that made no sense.
You could just ask me out.
Yeah, I was like, so, yeah.
I mean, not to say that this is going to, like, fix the relationship, but I do maintain, like, hey, explain the situation to him. Be like,
yeah, what
hey,
would you say? Like, what if you were her? What would you say to Will?
I would 1,000% be like, hey, like, I rejected you. I regret it. It, like, sort of, like, came at the recommendation of my family, and I did listen to them, not trying to put it on them, but I have not been able to forget about you, and I just, like, want to throw that out there into the ring. Not to say that that's going to necessarily work, but, like, what else are you going to do? Just watch it happen? I feel like that if you've been hung up on this person for years and years and years,
Yeah.
like,
Do one more. I think sometimes too, I'm like, this is not a very confident person.
clearly.
Like, that is something that I would do. But when I was younger, my recommendation to my friends were like, just ask the guy out. Because I would never worry about asking the guy out. But my observation with OP, I'm like, I can imagine that this is really difficult for you.
Totally. And
Yeah.
it's still painting you out to be kind of a shitty person, right? Of like, well, you're, or like, you know, like the, like, wants of your family outweighed what you wanted. If they intervened again, would it be the same situation? Like, why would I kind of, like, waste my time on this again?
Exactly. If your family overrules your initial feelings, then what's the point?
Right, exactly. Like, are you going to do that same thing again?
Or do
like,
it again.
Or are you just saying this because you see me moving on potentially to someone else? Like, I'm not saying that it's going to go well, but, like, I don't know what your other alternative is. You're, like, it's either you accept what is happening in front of you and you never say anything and you just swallow whatever feelings you have, or you say something about it. Those kind of your only 2 options.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I have sympathy, but there is a certain sort of, like, you chose your family. You chose what your family had.
When
to
did
say.
they get engaged? Or, like, when did he propose marriage again?
He proposed when he was 21 and she was 19.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm like, okay, you can say that.
And then, yeah, her family was like, don't marry him because he's poor. Her aunt was like, don't marry him because you're young.
Yeah. Which,
and it's been 8 years and she's still thinking about the
8
guy.
years, okay.
Yeah. She's still like,
Complicated
it's him.
now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why I'm like, just talk, because it's like, if you've been
Yeah.
hung up on him for 8 fucking years and you can kind of, like, prove that in some respect, it's like, you can't fake that.
I will agree, but don't expect him to have the same
Yes.
exact feelings towards you that he had towards like,
100%.
at
It's
age
been
of
8 years.
Exactly.
A lot can change in 8 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He might have moved on.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And you need to then just swallow that.
But I'm with you. You have to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and be like, I'll never let this happen again. It's like, but you have a chance right now to maybe reconcile.
Because and I think it's better to like voice it aloud before anything definitive has happened. Like, voice it now before he actually has proposed
I totally
to
agree.
someone
I
else.
totally agree.
Because then at that point, you cannot say anything else. Like,
yeah, I think a lot of people, it's like advice for our viewership, really like to work based on assumptions.
yeah.
So like she's assuming he's moved on.
Yes.
She's assuming that it's gonna be a no, basically. Like that she's out of the running, I would say, like for his affections.
Right.
And instead of assuming any of that, just like talk to him. Just like talk to him and see what he thinks.
You
and
can
then it'll
Common
be fine.
denominator of all these is, hey, talk to them.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
You can keep assuming. You'll never know until you talk to them.
Right.
Maybe speak perchance.
Any guesses as to who this might be?
I have no idea. Is this one that I know?
You actually have been talking about this author all day.
Me?
Both of you. You both mentioned this author
Okay,
earlier.
Let me think one more again. George R. Martin.
Is it Jane Austen?
It's Jane Austen.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Wait, okay. Rejected Ones. I mean, is it?
It's okay. You can guess. There's no penalty.
I was like, I don't think it's Pride and Prejudice.
It's not Pride
Yeah,
and
because like
Prejudice.
she didn't.
Just name books that you know.
Name a book.
Name a book.
Sense?
No.
Fuck. Cut that. Emma. Cut it. What's the other one?
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Wait, okay. There's Emma. There's Sense and
Pride and Prejudice.
What's the other one? Oh fuck.
Little Women is not by
Little
Jane
Women
Austen.
by.
Sorry, I was just thinking of
That's
Joe.
Louisa
And I was
Alcott.
like,
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
no, it's
Perseverance.
You're so close.
Persuasion. I was like,
It's Persuasion. This is from the point of view of Anne Elliot from a Persuasion.
Okay.
I've not
No,
read
you're
Persuasion.
right. You're right.
The premise of Persuasion is that something Wentworth, I forget his first name, but he initially asked Anne to marry him. She said yes. Her family said no, so she rejected his proposal.
Yup.
8 years later, he comes back. He's like a very accomplished captain, and she is upset that he might be going for somebody else. But it's, propriety, so she can't like outright say anything. So instead she like kind of internally is like, I vow to never let my family persuade me to do something I don't want to do.
Right.
I'm like,
Are you thinking of Dakota Johnson right now?
No!
I was gonna say, I love that movie.
I was just gonna say, it was like, this makes so much sense that I gave the advice that I did, because that is always my fucking critique. Like, it's what I love and hate about Jane Austen's books, where I'm like, just fucking talk to them!
It's a time period.
But it's a different,
and it is her writing too. Like she has this particular
she
way
loved to skirt around the
Yeah,
issue.
she loved that.
There's like 2 instances too where she'll do something and then Captain Wentworth will realize that maybe she's still into him.
Yeah.
So like I think there's one instance where he finds out that like her brother-in-law initially actually asked her to marry him, and then she said no and married his sister. So he's like, maybe there's a reason she's saying no.
Right.
And then he overhears a conversation where she's telling somebody like, I made a decision where I let somebody else's opinion like influence me, and I regret that, And so he's like, oh, it's me. She's talking about me. And so he then proposes to her and it works out fine. You could save yourself a lot of heartache by just being like, hey man, I regretted it.
It's the same thing with like Sense and Sensibility, right? Of like, I don't know if this guy likes me. It's like,
Wuthering
just say
Heights.
anything.
Yeah.
Hey, just say anything.
Yeah. I feel like all the time period of these books is always like a misunderstanding, or
Oh my
like
God.
he overheard
Fucking
me.
Rebecca
by
Daphne
Dumas.
Dumas.
Yeah.
Ah!
Sorry.
And
It's like
It's
no.
okay.
It's just like, say what you mean. You're gonna be with this man for like 20,
But it is
50 years of your life.
Yeah, to your point, very of the time
Of
period.
the
For it to be like,
time.
I can't say anything.
Yeah.
now.
I would if I was back then. I would have been
They
like,
would have burned me at
you-
the stake. They would
in
have been
the
like,
closet.
bitch, stop talking.
I feel like
You're a witch.
Is she 6?
Does she float?
She's a human, but she's dead. If she floats, she's a witch, and she's also dead.
I feel like a more modern take on persuasion is just like you reject somebody and then put them in the friend zone, and then later you're like, oh shit, I actually kind of like you now. How do I backpedal on that?
It happens.
It happens, but it's one of those where it's like almost morally like unfair to be like,
right.
by the way, I've changed my mind. I like you again now.
I think if it were like a year or something, I would be more like, hey, nope, like you had your chance, shut up. But with it being like 8 years have passed, I'm like, okay, I could be more forgiving.
I agree. I do. I think the more that time passes in between, the more you've grown, the more you've.
And if they also have still not like found someone, it's like, well, maybe you're feeling the same way I am too.
They could revisit. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. Weirdly, I'm in like the opposite camp where I'm like, if it's less than a year, do it. Shoot your shot.
That's true. No,
I'm like, there's like, what do you lose? It's like, yeah. You just also the thing. But more than that, I'm like, let them get on with it. Like, that time is bad.
It's less about like what do you lose and more like what has changed in this like year of time.
True.
Versus like 8 years, a lot can change.
Yeah, that's fair. I think with the context, I'm thinking of like two people who don't know each other very well.
Sure.
One says like I like the other, and then you get to know each other, and it's like, well, now I like you because I know you.
Right. No, that makes that's
But that's not this case. The persuasion's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole what of.
It's a whole other thing.
Only
Jane
hung
Austen
up on somebody for 8 years.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
It happens.
Yeah.
Ask Ted.
Ask Ted. I knew your fucking ass. I'm gonna be putting up Ted Mosby.
Just the thumbnail is just Ted Kaczynski's like mugshot.
Him in the How I Met Your Mother bar.
Yeah. Mr. Mosby.
Marion Mosby.
I did see that video that you liked. Yeah.
She sent it to us.
I sent it to you guys being like, Claire, you liked this.
No, she sent it to us like
sent it to you. Look, 2 messages before.
Responded. I was like, who the fuck is Marion? And then like 2 messages down, you're like, Claire, I see you liking this video. And I was like, yeah, she just sent it to us.
I need to check
before you speak.
Oh, damn it.
8 years hasn't gone by yet, Sadhi. You can't send that
just
video
a glimpse into our world.
Sadhi went, yeah, whatever the fuck Claire just
said. Whatever she's yapping about again. Fuck her.
Dude, I wouldn't listen to me if I were you.
I like listening to all of you. It just poisons my brain.
It gives me poison jam. Like,
I'm fully rotted.
Yeah.
Anybody else need to top up? Am I going too fast?
I'm
definitely
I'm good. You pour yourself more.
Do we have more?
Get on my level.
One more story. Okay. All right.
I spilled wine on my dress. Get over it.
Can I lick it on?
Then looked at the camera and went, oh no. Okay, so we're on to our final story.
Yeah.
This one is from our relationship advice.
Okay.
And the title is, one of my best friends has been acting super weird and I don't know how to help her.
Oh. I've had this happen with 2 specific.
I was about to say, your ass. You're a fucking ass. If anybody's acting super weird, it's Claire.
Dude, she's like rolling her eyes into her head and she's like chanting.
She's going,
skip it about.
She's been scatting like crazy.
I gotta make her stop. Reddit help.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hi Reddit, long-time lurker, first-time posting.
Shut the fuck
So blocked, reported.
Yeah. You're the asshole. Don't even care if that's the Reddit I'm in.
Don't want to hear the rest. I need advice on a situation with one of my friends, and I can't really ask anyone in my friend group. My friend Izzy moved to our town in the fall and was the shiny new girl in school. I'm not gonna lie, Izzy isn't really that pretty or interesting. She's honestly kind of awkward and like low-key pretty boring. I did not understand the hype over her besides the fact that she was new. I felt kind of bad for her, so I invited her to sit with my friends, and somehow she ended up being part of our friend group.
I know this.
I already know. Sorry.
My best friend, Lakin. Don't show me. I'm gonna blur that out.
Cut that out. Computer, sorry.
Leave the audio.
Computer. You forgot.
My best friend, Lakin, absolutely despises her, but I don't think Izzy's that bad. What's more annoying is how everyone is so obsessed with her. I swear, I'm not trying to be mean. I genuinely do not understand what it is that everyone sees in this girl.
Word.
She's average in looks. She only reads like classic fiction, like some kind of pretentious asshole. And she can only speak sarcastically. It's just weird. Anyways, there's this boy in our school who's like model hot and thinks he's too good to talk to any of us. He only really talks to his siblings, parentheses, and they're kind of incesty, but I just can't get into it here. He, out of everyone in school, took an interest in her and they started dating. And then suddenly she's just with them 24/7. It was like once she started dating him, we didn't really matter unless she needed something, which feels so typical. But like they seemed really happy together, so whatever. It honestly worked out for me because I was worried the guy that I was interested in maybe had a crush on her. So her being off the market helped me a lot. I feel like even though I have some of these negative thoughts about Izzy, I do see her as a friend. I've invited her out with me to go shopping. Sometimes we'll go to the beach together as a group. And we've gotten as close as two very different people can be. Back in September, Izzy and her boyfriend broke up, I guess. One day he was there, and then suddenly his family moved away, and we never saw them again.
They moved away forever.
She goes to a different school now.
She's in Canada.
There were rumors that people found her collapsed in the woods that night that they moved, but I can't confirm him. Izzy will not talk about it. Now she just sits at the table he used to sit at. She doesn't talk. She doesn't come out with us. It's been like that for months. Literally, she is a zombie just walking around being a sad sack. All of my friends are really sympathetic towards her and have tried to get her to snap out of it, myself included. But I'm kind of over it.
Fair.
I know it's hard, but like, it was a breakup with a guy she was dating for barely 6 months.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I know he's hot. Trust me, I've had daydreams about the guy. But I think she's being really dramatic over nothing. Basically, I'm ready for our friend group to just move on. But I think with how obsessed they are with her, that means actually helping her get over her breakup. If this was a different friend, I know exactly what to do. A scream dartboard with his face on it, a sleepover, maybe vodka. But I have a feeling that won't work with Izzy. Any advice on how to help my weirdo emo friend deal with the fact that she's been dumped? That looks so good on you, by the way.
Thanks.
Look at me.
You look very
This
good.
is my prescription.
These are blue lightlets. They're not real.
20/40 vision? I don't know. Like they told me when I went into the ophthalmologist, they're like,
That's worse. That's worse than normal vision.
2011.
Yeah. 9/11.
2001. Sorry, cut that.
We're obsessed with terrorists.
Cut
it.
So any advice for our OP who needs
Ditch that bitch. Hey, ditch that bitch. She's beyond helping. Fuck her.
Yeah. I have sympathy to a point, right? Right? Like you broke up, your mom dies. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Her mom didn't die.
No, I'm just like
Okay.
hypothetical. Like your mom dies, like I'm so sorry. Like you lose a pet, I'm so sorry. But you lose a boyfriend, like I'm sorry. Like
That
I
you've been
lost
dating
my
for
pencil.
less
Like,
less than 6 months.
Yeah,
I lost my pencil.
I lost my eraser.
Granted, it's high school,
Exactly.
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
That was mentioned.
It was high school, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So like, it feels like a bigger deal. at
No,
that
it's
point.
less.
Yeah.
I feel like people are like, oh my god, 6 months is like forever in high school. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like,
I
this
guess,
breakup is like,
I
but
guess, yeah.
I say give it like a month, 2 if you're generous, and if beyond that she's refusing to like you have to want help, you know, babe. You know,
Babe.
you know, and if you don't, there's only so much you can do.
There's only so much you can do.
Well, and she's coming at it from a little bit of a selfish perspective in the sense that she's like, yeah, we kind of fuck around. Like, I thought she liked my guy, but she doesn't. And like, she was like, she doesn't seem like a real one. Do you know what I mean?
It's giving like
Yeah.
she's part of like Izzy is part of the friend group,
Right.
But if
You don't
had
know
her with
where or
OP would
not.
like not want to be friends with her.
If she knew her, like, she would know the context. She would be sleeping over with this.
I also raised like that, like they, it seemed like had a closer friendship with one another, and
Sure,
then she met
sure.
this guy and was like,
could see
nah.
that.
I'm fucking off.
And if that were me, it's like, well, I only have so much duty to try to help you
Many
because
such
you
cases.
fucked off and
Yeah.
you like
Yeah.
stopped hanging out with us as soon as you started hanging out with this other guy.
You know, honestly, that's really good context to have here of like a new girl in school and you're like, hey, we could become better friends. Like all my friends I've known for a while.
Yeah.
We could be better friends.
We opened up the circle for you to come.
You're the new kid.
Yeah, sit with us.
Because like I have friends who I have in high school at least like nothing in common with. But you spend enough time together, you're like, we're friends now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
how it works.
that gets cut short when it's like, oh, now you're just dating some guy and
You're
all
a
you
new
do-
kid.
Yeah.
We've opened up our friend circle to let you in. You started dating someone new and you
Mhm.
fucked off. And now what? And now what?
You're expecting me to fix this.
right.
there is clearly a bit of jealousy that's going on
Oh,
here. though.
totally.
Like, our OP fucking hates this bitch.
And she's right.
I think.
I will say there are, on top comment, there's also comments from our OP and updates.
Okay,
Yeah!
I need to know.
But like, let's from what we've gathered so far, like any other thoughts here, maybe?
No, go
I
on.
don't think she, I just to reiterate, I don't think she really owes her anything. I think try for the next month or two. And if she is like, if you're inviting her to shit and she's still not showing up,
It's up to her.
that's up to her.
It's
That's up to her.
Yeah.
Also, the incest comment is crazy. You can't just drop that they're incesty and not say anything.
Like, in
general.
what context? Like, hello?
In any context.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just
Well,
say
I've already
incest.
established that it's okay.
She's dating this guy. His family's kind of incesty.
Yeah.
We can't get into it right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but I don't know what to say. I don't have advice about that.
our top comment is, sometimes being a good friend means holding space for other people, even if you don't like them.
Okay.
You don't have to be around her when she's depressed, but you also don't have to dog on her either. You sound like a bitch.
I think she should dog on her more. Actually,
Here's the thing, she's not
You're biased.
Is she actually dogging on her though? In like,
Right,
real
she's
life?
just kind of.
She's just like saying this on Reddit.
Well, I guess she like not in real life, but
Yeah.
I guess she did say like she's really nothing special. That is kind of
No, she seems like a very dismissive friend, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like not a true real one that will.
And we
I wouldn't
mentioned
go
this-
so far as to call her a bitch, but
Yeah,
like she could be
sure.
nicer for sure.
Yeah.
There's also like a teenage aspect of this, of like
Sure.
the attention span of a teenager is short-lived.
Mhm.
And if you're, well, for lack of a better, like her friend is depressed. Her friend is clearly depressed.
Right.
There's a
And-
red flag happening here.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like, it's one thing to be like, my friend is depressed and I don't know how to help her. It's another to be like, I'm kind of over her fucking problems. But at the same time, it's like,
What's her
you-
problem though?
yeah, a guy dumped her. But also, like, you're a teenager. Like, it's fair that you're over somebody else's problems.
Sure.
It's been like 2 months.
Also, a guy dumping you, not to say that that doesn't cause any like damage, but like, what is the problem? To your point, it's not like a family member died.
You're
It's
Yeah.
like someone dumped you. Maybe.
Yeah,
Like she
yeah.
and like her friend hasn't even come to her and been like,
Hey,
this is
by
what
the way-
happened.
Context.
She, if the friend had come to her and said, "Hey, I got dumped,"
I'm
It was
having a
really
hard
traumatic.
time.
Yeah.
I'd have a little more leeway.
Right.
Totally.
I don't
Okay.
know.
We have a comment from OP. This is
Okay.
their first comment. He goes, okay, Jesus fucking Christ, I get it. She's depressed and I'm being a self-centered bitch. These comments did not need to go in on me like that.
Okay.
I'm going to try to be more supportive of her. Weirdly, she just texted asking if we could go see a movie. And I said, yeah, so I'll update after that.
Okay.
Good.
And is there an update?
So we have an update.
Oh shit.
A couple hours after that first one.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I get for being a good friend because she's out of her fucking mind. After the movie, she was acting like she usually does, depressed AF. And as we're walking back to her car, this gang of old men on motorcycles start catcalling us.
Yep.
Okay.
And then she gets on the back of one of the motorcycles and just rides off with a strange man, all caps. I straight up thought she was going to die, and I was going to have to tell her cop dad that his psycho daughter was
Her
trafficked by
dad's a
Nazis
cop?
or some shit.
Oh,
Honestly,
dude.
fuck this. I'm not helping her ass
Yep.
anymore.
Yep.
We have one more update a couple months after that.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I posted a couple months ago about my friend who was really depressed after her boyfriend broke up with her.
Okay.
I can say she's not depressed anymore because she married the guy that dumped her.
Yeah.
His family moved back to town and they got married a month after
Yeah.
graduation. She might be pregnant.
It's me and Claire.
I don't know. I'm honestly
She
over
might be
these two, and I
pregnant.
hope we never speak again
I'm
after this.
And period.
And period. So that's all we have of the situation.
Wow, like truly like the story of our time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You clearly know what it is. Do you know who we're talking
Twilight.
about? Okay.
Yeah. She went.
Yeah, we're talking about Jessica Stanley
Hey.
from Twilight.
Better known as
Moon,
uh,
Eclipse, Breaking Dawn.
what's her name?
Anna
Anna de
Kendrick.
Armas.
Ana de Armas.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
The fact that she's like, yeah, I completely forgot I was in that movie. Correct.
Honestly,
Correct.
Yeah, but that's one of those. I'm like, a friend of Bella's must have a crazy understanding
You're
of
right.
what the fuck is going on
You're
here.
right. Yeah.
I would be like, this is the person I'm keeping in contact with just for like the lore.
For
Like,
yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
We're gonna meet at a dive
Okay.
bar in the middle of town, and I'm
So
like,
you
Bella,
rode
what
off
the fuck is
with this
up,
guy,
girl? Like, so
your boyfriend. You've
are
been
you
fucking around with this
pregnant?
other. You've been fucking around with Jacob. And now you're riding off in the back of a
Here's the thing.
motorcycle.
Okay, like
We love Twilight. We did a whole Twilight.
Oh my God.
I was the Jacob.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you're
would
in
be
good
like,
company.
hey girl,
Jacob.
hey.
Team
I would be like, hey,
Jacob.
so you have this boy, like you have two boys around you, right? Like one is depressed, one looks like a fucking meth victim, and then one is like hot, beefy.
He's muscly. He's warm, like
Hey,
body temperature
man.
warm.
Hey, let's think about this a little bit, Bella.
Bella, come on.
Bella,
Come on.
Funny too. Like Bella will be like, Jacob makes me laugh.
a friend.
Actually, get along with all his little pack mates.
Yeah, they're appropriately aged too.
I will always be Team Jacob.
Through and through.
Through and freaking through.
Anyways,
Yeah, but that was a good one to be like, hey man, like how do I help this person who's miserable? And like to be honest, no one really could. Like even Jacob could barely help her.
No, because she didn't want help. She
Yeah.
didn't want help. She clearly, like, she was actively being like, I'm going to put myself in danger so I can have my Edward hallucination.
I think that's bad writing. Again, it's just like bad writing. Like it's just like, why are we committing suicide to
well,
get attention from our past beau?
I think it's bad writing. It's one thing to be like, hey, I don't feel anything, and the only time I feel something is when I'm like having an adrenaline moment.
I get that.
But then why are you randomly getting on the back of like some idiot's motorcycle? Could you have just hung out with your
done
friend?
anything else?
done fentanyl? Hey.
Also, like,
You don't have to bring poor Jessica into this.
I know.
it shows too, like, and this is a hot take on the internet,
Okay.
but like, so Bella abandoned that friend group.
I
Yes.
agree.
Fully.
I do agree.
Fully.
Yeah.
But then also, it's like the people that you abandoned that friend group from abandoned you when Edward pulled out. Like Alice,
He didn't pull out though.
like obviously Rosalie fucking hates your guts.
Yeah.
Like Emmett's there.
Oh yeah, Alice didn't reply
Jasper's
to any of her emails.
there.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say like the Cullen family wasn't that.
The only time Alice showed up is when she's like, I thought you were dead.
Right.
Like,
Otherwise, I
thanks.
kept no contact.
Thanks.
But your other friend group who you abandoned is still
Is
like,
there.
do you want to sit with us?
Do you
Like,
want to go to
Jessica-
the movies?
Of all the fucking people, this is what's weird to me because again, there's Angela Weber who was like the nice girl who even Edward in his book is like, I would rather Bella be better friends with her because she's. But instead of going to any of them, she texts Jessica. Of all fucking people, it's like, do you want to go to the movies, Jessica? And Jessica should have just gone no, but since she's like, I guess, yeah, if you want.
Also, wasn't it that like at some point Bella went to the movies and she invited both Mike and Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob showed up.
A
Or was
different
that
thing
just
in
the
New
movie?
Moon? Yeah. It was like
Okay.
later in New Moon. It's her dad was threatening to send her back to her mom.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, unless you can hang out with like any friend of
Anyone.
yours. And she's like, well,
She's
I
like,
just know that.
Jacob loves me.
Well, she's like, well, I just know that like Jessica would probably say yes because she's like down to do whatever.
That's the thing. She's using her.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're a
Four
bad
people
friend.
who could not like who literally did not show up until they thought you were dead, and they is just Alice. That's it.
Yeah.
Alice was a better boyfriend than Edward.
I don't like Alice either, though. Like I don't
Yeah,
like
you
any
don't
of
like
the
Alice.
Cullen family. Honestly,
I'm a Rosalie stan.
I
Rosalie
like
can
Alice.
pass.
Yeah.
Rosalie gets
I
it.
mean, Jasper.
Alice is
I love
dating a fucking Confederate
What?
soldier.
Wait, he defended
What? I missed that.
Oh, but I didn't watch the movie. I guess.
Also, I just want to plug, if you want to hear more of our Twilight take, we do have a Patreon
We
episode
do.
about Twilight. And I
Perfect.
think it's
And we talked
very
about
good.
Twihard.
Yeah, we went to see
You
the
guys
Twilight
went to see
musical.
it, right?
Yeah.
Sadhi went to go see it.
No, it was
I had
really
COVID.
good. It was really good.
I was like, I would be there.
Hey,
I want to be there, but I got COVID.
But we love Twilight.
We do like Twilight.
I fully love Twilight.
I can't deny.
We
With
love
all that said,
Mormonism.
Bella is using Jessica as much as Jessica
I agree.
uses Bella.
Yes.
But again, we have it from Bella's point of view and Edward, so they're both like, I know that
Disgusting.
Jessica like just wants to use Bella to be like more popular. And it's like, well,
Okay.
But really
okay.
though? Really?
Yeah, what is Bella? Like,
Yeah, like, what
she's
is-
hanging out
Bella
with the Cullens.
doesn't give a shit about rocks. Like, man, she's a fucking mold sport. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, but like, brain capacity of the extent of a hamster. Like I'm gonna be so real with you.
I love the theory that it's like, well, Edward couldn't read her mind because there was nothing going on in there.
Like, I'm so sorry, but like, truly, like, I mean, she would have used ChatGPT, like, to ask, like,
yeah.
how do I make mac and cheese?
actually, okay, I will defend Bella
No,
in
okay.
this.
Okay.
Bella wouldn't. She was the one that was like cooking for her and her dad.
No, you're right.
And
Yeah.
she's pretentious enough to be like, I would never use chat. Like the human language is so important.
She'd still be
Which is fair.
dumb.
You
but
guys
yeah.
chime in. Would Bella use ChatGPT, Claude, or
vote
My
in the
nuanced
comments.
take is that Bella is like an AP kid in the sense that she's like doing
Sure.
all the right things intellectually, but like cognitively in her own life,
street
cannot process-
smarts?
like
Yeah.
has no
Yeah.
understanding of like the world and human beings. So she's like,
I get that.
Romeo and Juliet in
Book
context is
smarts,
an incredible
not
thing,
street
and then like
smart.
cannot pull any of the themes into
And
the
apply
real
it.
and apply it.
I do
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
That's where I
yeah.
think Bella is
No, you're right.
is landing. Whereas Jessica, we find out, valedictorian and is the most
Right?
popular girl in their school canonically.
Right.
Jessica's doing something correct. So if her assessment of Bella is like,
well, she's not getting married.
Bella's kind of a loser.
She's not pregnant.
She's not getting married out of wedlock.
Yeah. So.
like if her assessment is like Bella's the shiny new girl and that's why people like her, I'm trusting her. I'm like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right.
And she's correct.
And she's correct.
I mean, I don't like when I was in high school. There was always
Sorry.
that like new girl, right? Like there was that new girl that the popular girl would adopt. And be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is my new best friend. And I think Twilight did a good job of like recognizing that and like
Mhm.
showing Jessica as that sort of like figure of like I'm gonna like put you in my wing, right?
Yeah.
Like these are the Cullens, they're the cool guys, like.
but
they're
no,
also-
but they
they're
don't
also
fuck with
fucking each
anyone.
other. Yeah.
And there also is like a complex there of I am the most cool, popular girl in my
Right.
school. And the hottest boy has no interest in me. He likes your
You.
random ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, if you got to know Edward, you know he fucking sucks too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He's boring as fuck, dude.
Also, he's 117 years old. Obviously, he has no interest in a popular 17-year-old.
He
I
likes
can't even get
fucking
into it.
gumdrops.
He's interested in this fucking sack of flour. reading
I was
Wuthering
there when
Heights.
licorice was invented.
Can you imagine if
He
he
was
just
like-
like a 1920s poor boy?
Hey!
Want to play kickball outside?
Well, Robert Pattinson kind of has like a weird accent because he's
Right.
not the best.
'Cause he's
with an
not-
American
He's
accent.
not real. Yeah.
Because he's fake.
Yeah.
Perfect man. But anyway, so those are all of our
Yeah.
stories. Bless you.
She's so overwhelmed.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really overcome with emotion now.
So that's it for our podcast. We had those
Did it.
lovely stories. Let us know in the comments what you thought about
Hey.
any of these. If you disagreed with us, if you were like, oh wow, what a fun nuanced take.
Big props to Sadhi for coming up with all of these
Yeah, these are
scenarios.
really well written.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
These definitely were more like villain aligned, very like sympathetic villains.
Apparently, I love a villain because I'm like, all of them are right. all of them.
I was kind of shocked, honestly. I was like, damn, Steph.
You'll never make me hate a villain.
You know, you gave some good advice to Anne Elliot. I think she deserves to know that she should just say her mind.
Right.
Would you come back again, Claire?
No.
I didn't let me talk about Ted enough.
Can you actually take the person that's holding a gun at me and like shove them away?
Can you edit me out of this
True.
episode?
Just back off.
No.
Aaron.
I'm being held at gunpoint. No, it was very fun. Thank you for having me on.
We paid her to say that.
Yeah,
If you like having Claire on the episode, give us a
Comment.
thumbs up.
Yeah,
If we don't break
If
a
you
certain
want
amount of
me
views,
again.
she'll never come back.
Yeah. I'll never. I don't know where I am right now.
We blindfolded her. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
They brought me in blindfolds and black
hope.
tinted car.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. And if you're part of our Patreon, you'll get another episode this month of us reading like freaky, nasty Android stories. They are really freaky and they're really nasty. And in fact, we read one of them together. It is a time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll see you next month for our cowboy westerns.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me this. I'm like,
Claire's coming back.
Arthur Morgan?
Oh, there is a Reddit story about a woman who
is in a relationship with the Arthur Morgan AI.
Yep.
No, like,
Yep.
that was me. I wrote that. So I can't wait.
I can't wait to meet him. Otherwise, we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.